I love Chris Rich.
Wait up. Yeah. Walk. Look how I move. Bring me in my cup. I'm about to act a fool. Wait up. Yeah. Walk. I'm with the shooters. I'm with the demons. I'm with the goons. Wait up. Walk. Wait up. Wait up. Walk. Yeah. I'll let them move. Bring me in my cup. I'm about to act a fool. Walk. I'm about to act a fool. Practically like fuck that. Off with his head. Then his mama house red. He was talking to the feds. Wait up. Walk. Yeah. Look how I do. He's scared, get a gun. I just bought another tool. Brooklyn. Yeah. All these bitches wanna fuck. Tell Shorty been it over. All this Remy spinning over. So cold feeling over. The baby daddy he a doja. Wait up. I put it on for the soldiers. I done told them. Homie act stupid, homie getting shot. I'm down on this block, yeah. I don't think I'ma stop there. Golden, fuck with the shakers. Move with the movers. Go nutty on your block. 2 First, that's a movie. Porno, yeah. Automatic on my waist. Timing, demon. I be aiming for his face. Wait up. Yeah. Walk. Look how I move. Bring me in my cup. I'm about to act a fool. Wait up. Yeah. I'm with the shooters. I'm with the demons. I'm with the goons. Wait up. Walk. Wait up. Walk. Yeah. I'll let them move. Bring me in my cup. I'm about to act a fool. I'm about to act a fool. Grab Shorty by the waist. She says she loved the way I taste. 6. Aim, shoot, take him out. My last bitch, she a smut. Glad I never ate out. Lame. Wait up. Free to say got the can. I just ran into the plug. He got it 32 a grand. Ang, Cindy, Spin, Gigi, Gelato, Capo, Win. Nigga, now bitch fucking with the game. Give a shout out to my rights. On my left, let it bang. I don't dance, I just 2-step. 1, 2. New stick, bring your crew down. True rip, that's a blue check. Goon talk with the bomb. Bitch heard my voice, thought I was 6'3". She thought it. When she saw me, bitch, she said, this little nigga? Yeah. Look how I move. Bring me in my cup. I'm about to act a fool. Wait up. Yeah. I'm with the shooters. I'm with the demons. I'm with the goons. Wait up. Wait up. Yeah. I'll let them move. Bring me in my cup. I'm about to act a fool. I'm about to act a fool.
Yo, Facebook fans, Twitter fans, IG fans, culture, universe. This is What to Talk About Radio, and I'm your host, Jim G, the dot motherfucking mob, aka bitch, I'm not a rapper. You hear me? Y'all call me Boss Talk G's at night, you dig? Y'all know what the day is, man, the so-called beginning of the week. It's Monday, and y'all know how I rock out on Mondays with OG Talk. This when you young niggas sit back, kick your feet up, smoke your weed, pop whatever, and you listen to an OG talk. You hear me? Because I'm definitely here to make it make sense, and you can actually take heed to my words and apply some of this shit to your life. Maybe you'll better yourself, you know? But tonight's topic on OG Talk is the streets is dead. The internet takeover. You hear me? Man, I don't know if y'all understand or realize this shit by now, but, you know, that's exactly what it is. You know, there is no more being a street nigga, because to be a street nigga, you actually have to be in the streets. I'm trying to understand how these so-called gangsters consider themselves to be street niggas when they're not in the street. How you a street nigga if you're in the house on the couch? Let's make that make sense, you know? I want to ask that question to all my street niggas. How are you a street nigga when you're in your home on the couch talking this gangster shit? Don't you gotta be in the streets to label yourself a street nigga? Let's make it make sense. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe I'm saying something that doesn't register in other people's brain. I don't know. I'm big crazy, so I already accepted the fact that I was loony. So maybe the loony guy may not be making any sense. Because when you're in my world, right, which is a different world, Dwayne Wayne. When you're in my world. Big MRM Mafia, shout out to my brother Larry Stacks in the building. When you're in my world, we are considered to be crazy to the outside world. And let me break that down to y'all once again. The reason why anyone is considered to be crazy is because you don't have an understanding of the shit that they're speaking about. So because you don't understand the words that are coming out of their mouth, the first thing you say, or the first label you put on them is they crazy. No, bitch, you're stupid. They're not crazy. Listen, it's too much information out here for everyone to know everything. So that person who you may be considering to be crazy can be giving you some information that can help you out within your life, that can save your life. You hear me? Help better your life, help you elevate to that next level of life, wake you the fuck up, get the cold out your eyes, you goofy bitch. Huh? So, take that into consideration when y'all be listening to shit, and then after y'all listening, y'all want to put these labels on people. They're crazy. Okay, I'm big fucking crazy. Looney Tune crazy. I'm in the motherfucking crazy home with 3-strap jackets on. You hear me? Yeah, I'm that type of crazy. Love is love. But like I said, the topic for tonight is the streets is dead. The internet takeover. Those who don't know, those who don't will. You know what I'm saying? Like I just was saying, man, in order to be in the streets, in order to consider yourself to be a street nigga, you have to be in the streets. Let me break some shit down to y'all, man. I'm from East Baltimore, an area called Down the Hill. You have up the hill and then you have down the hill. But anyone who knows about Baltimore City, like really know about Baltimore City or heard about Baltimore City, what down the hill is. I'm not going to say we the toughest motherfuckers and we the real, I'm not going to say any of that. Peace, God. What's the vibes? Appreciate you pulling up. I'm not going to say any of that. I just know that my neighborhood, where I'm from, is known for certain shit, So when it comes to being a street nigga, it's all in the nigga blood. You feel me? Like, we really, put the stamp on that, And my area is different from other areas within Baltimore City. It is. And I ain't trying to, speak on it as if, other areas is not like that, because they are. There are multiple areas that's like that in Baltimore City. But my Pacific area is one of those kinds. You hear me? Like, yeah, it was a lot of thoroughbred individuals, so killers, I'm gonna speak my gangster shit right now. There were a lot of killers that was, come out of my area. A lot of stone cold killers, well-known killers that come out of my area. My area was one of those areas that you can't go through there if you're not from there. If you're not from there and you don't know anyone personally from that area, you're not going down there, And I'll even go back on some stories, we can have story time with Jesus Starflower, It was times where because I'm one of those individuals, I move around the whole city. Just because I'm from a certain area doesn't mean I'm not able to go in other areas. A lot of people can't speak that way, but we speaking with real gangster. Well, I'm on real gangster time right now, So I was one of those that was fortunate to be able to go in other areas, and not to say that I'm just some super tough ass gangster nigga and ain't nobody gonna do shit to me. No, I stamp my name within these streets, and the individuals that I'm connected with are also those type of gangsters. So it's like all gangsters interact with other gangsters, you know, rather which side of the city you on. If I don't know, my peoples know. You feel me? Somebody knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. So I'm fortunate to be one of those individuals that can actually move around, you know. So at this particular time, I was hanging over West Baltimore, McCullough Homes Projects with my little cousin, you know. Free my little cousin Bach, you hear me? But I was over there, I was roaming those areas at this time, you know. And so I asked the dude, one of the dudes that was over there with me and shit, he's from that project. Not saying he's a bitch head, and I'm not saying none of this. I'm just telling y'all some real facts of the matter. You know what I'm saying? Putting the facts behind the words, basically. That's what I like to do. So it was like, I asked the dude, I'm saying, bro, rob me over east because he had a scooter or whatever. And I was trying to go over there and get some shit. You know, at that time, my area was the only area that had what everybody was looking for. I'm not going to put that. Matter of fact, yeah, it was the ecstasy pills at that time. You know what I'm saying? So, bam, I say, bro, rob me over and I'll grab niggas some shit up. You feel me? He said, where you got to go? I said, man, down the hill. He said, down the hill? Oh, no, bro, I'm good. I said, bro, what you mean? He said, nah, I ain't fucking with no down the hill shit, bro. I said, bro, you with me. I'm from there, bro. Like, trust and believe. Even if you did have some problems and shit, you don't have to worry about anything being with me, bro. I'm a substantial nigga in these areas. I know everybody, and everybody know me. We went from elementary school on up to high school together, man. It's all love. And again, all right, let me throw this out there as well. I'm not someone who had a lot of issues in my hood. Like, I'm not somebody that was beefing with this person, that person, beefing with multiple people. Like, I never really had beef. Like, my beefs came from shit that my homeboys was doing. You feel me? Because I was never the nigga. I never liked to beef with people in our areas. You know, I feel like the hood is the hood. You should never beef with anybody in your hood. Now, if y'all got to get a scrap on or whatever and, you know, go our separate ways and, you know, it's love later on, you know, that's cool. But as far as like shooting niggas and killing niggas in our hood, nah, that was never me. I wasn't with that. You feel me? Now, motherfuckers that came through our hood, yeah, that's a different story, you know? But for the most part, I was never that person. So I always had a certain relationship, and still to this day, I hold a very good relationship with all the niggas and killers and whoever, robbers, whatever, within my hood. I go through that right now. It's all love. You feel me? Because I always been the same type of dude. I never changed, never switched up, never disrespect, never crossed anybody, none of that. That's me, you know? So I'm like, bro, you good, you with me. He like, man, I get that. I hear you, Jeezy, but I'm not fucking with it. And bro, like I tried to convince this man for at least 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Even other people was like, bro, you good, you with Jeezy, blah, blah, blah. Man, that man wasn't trying to hear none of that. Like, I don't know what happened to him when he was over there in that side of town, but whatever happened, that man wasn't, you know, trying to hear none of that. In his head, he's never going back over down the hill, East Baltimore again, you know. But that's just something to throw out there to show the difference from the hoods and shit. You feel me? Because we was always niggas that didn't give a fuck about where we was going. We done went in the hoods and we ain't know no goddamn body. And our head is like, all right, we know we substantial niggas out here. This when the real recognized real come in. You feel me? So it's like, if we do go through certain hoods, if it's real niggas and real gangsters or whatever around there, they gonna see that we one of them. You feel me? And it's gonna be respect. It was never no bullshit behind it. You know what I'm saying? It was never, I never had to run into another killer and it was on some Damon time shit. It's like niggas showed each other love and that was that. Embraced each other, boom. Yeah, all right, I'm such and such, each other, boom. Lock in. It's all love. So I don't know how other people operate in other areas and hoods or whatever, but that's how it was and me coming up. So basically what I'm trying to get to, the point I'm trying to get to here is we were outside. Like there wasn't no such thing as the internet then. Like you were either outside or you were in the fucking house. And we wasn't no house niggas. You hear me? And I'm gonna start watching my words as well, you know, especially the nigga word. It's kind of a habit, but I don't say it in a disrespectful way towards my people. I will throw that out there. It's not a disrespectful word towards my people. It's just a habit that I need to bring. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna watch my words when it comes to that. But anyway, it's like me coming up, we were really outside. Like like I said, you were either outside or you were in the house. They were the only two options. And as a kid, who wanted to be trapped and stuck in the house? Fuck no. Like I said, we didn't have no internet. It wasn't a such thing as the internet back then. You know, so if you wanted to enjoy yourself or have some sort of fun, you had to go outside. Like we created our own fun. We created games to play while we was outside and all of that. You know what I'm saying? The dudes that we may have had little beefs with in our neighborhoods, you know what we do? We might fight, you know, here and there, but then we'll play niggas in football and try to fuck a nigga up on the football field. Smack the shit out of a nigga. He might get smacked by two niggas at one time. We trying to break your leg, break your arm, like damage your rib cage, like that type of shit, you know, versus us actually taking it to violence. That's how it was at one point in time. But, you know, at the end of the day, we were outside. You know, it wasn't no in the house shit. It wasn't no getting on the internet and talking this gangster shit and I'll kill you, like I'll kill you back. Like if you dead, how you gonna kill him back? I don't get that. But shout out to my brother Soldier K in the motherfucking building. OTR shit, you know the vibes. Peace and blessings, God. So it's like, yeah, we didn't have the internet. So, you know, if situations happen, we were going to a nigga house. I'm not gonna hold you. If we knew where you lived at, nigga, we coming to your house. Nigga knocking on your door. You got to come outside and catch this fade. Or, you know, if it unfortunately, if it was took into those other levels, then you already know what it is. You know, niggas coming through on some other shit, depending on what the levels of the beef was. You feel me? If it was some regular shit, niggas just don't fuck with niggas, we're gonna strap. Bam, all right, cool. I'm coming to your house. We know your address, we coming to your house. We know what hood you be in, we coming to your hood. I'm bringing my niggas, have your niggas. We coming to your hood. And that's how we was operating out this bitch. It wasn't no internet shit. It wasn't no getting on the internet telling niggas they gonna kill niggas. First and foremost, where the fuck you do that at? What gangsters get on the internet and expose the fact that they want to kill somebody? Like, where the fuck they do that at? Huh? That's not gangster. That's some lame ass, rat ass nigga shit. You're literally ratting. You ain't even gotta say, you know. And then this the crazy thing. Niggas that do that, right? And probably end up doing something to a nigga and then talk about a nigga told on them. A nigga told on you? Bitch, you told on yourself, you goofy ass nigga, when you was on your goddamn live talking about I'm gonna kill you. And then the nigga died. Okay, let's make it make sense, man. But that's the type of shit that's being done today on the internet. That's why I said the streets are dead. Internet takeover. Where are the street niggas at? Where are the street niggas at? Because for the most part, most of the niggas that's hustling, they not even really, like, don't get it twisted. You do have areas that niggas is still out on the block. You do. You know, my area is one of those areas. You go down that bitch any day, niggas is out there, about 50 fucking deep. So you do still have certain areas where niggas is actually outside, but they are the substantial niggas though. The niggas who live that type of life, and that's what it is, and it ain't nothing you can take from that. You know what I'm saying? They actual street niggas. So, you know, and I tilt my hat off to those guys because they standing on what they stand on. And that's what it's all about. If you're going to present yourself as a certain type of individual out here, you have to stand on that. So you can't be on the internet presenting yourself to be a gangster, a killer, a robber, a drug dealer, but yet you a nigga that sit in the house every day. You're not selling any drugs, you're not shooting any guns, and you're not fucking robbing anyone. You're not fucking no bitches. You're not, that whole lifestyle that comes with that, you're not doing. So it's like, why present yourself as one of those type of individuals? Because you know what's going to happen? There will be a day, because every dog has its day. Y'all do know the saying, right? So there will be a day where you're going to have to actually run across someone who's really who you pretend to be, right? So what's going to happen then? Now your back is against the wall because you done ran into a real killer and you thought you were one. Now you don't know what to do with yourself. You in the kitchen. The heat is on. I've seen people in these situations. Now, at that very moment, right? Because you wasn't a killer before this. You wasn't. You feel me? You was a pretender. You was a wannabe. You was an internet gangster. You feel me? You just so happened to went outside that particular day and ran across that real killer, right? So, one or two options here. If you so happen to have it on you, you're going to have to be a killer that day. Now, every day before that, your whole life before that, you really wasn't that killer. You were just presenting yourself as that because it looked tough on the internet, which is cool if that's who you want to be. But when you actually run across that real killer who really with the shit, trust me, they're going to want to test your gangster. All they know is they see you on the internet presenting yourself as this stone cold killer, right? So when they see you in person, they want to know, is he really one of those? Or is he one of them? So if you got it on you, you're going to have to be what you say you were. Because your back is going to be against the wall and you're going to have no choice but to either pull it out and use it, or it's going to be taken from you and used on you. Trust me, I've been in that situation where it had to happen a few times. So I have a clear understanding of how those situations go. I mean, I wasn't the nigga on the internet end, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna just throw that out there too. But so it's like when those days come, when that day come, you know, you're gonna have to be who you claiming that you are on social media. So it's like, if you know wholeheartedly that that's not your lifestyle, why present yourself as that? To look cool, to look slick, to impress the females. Most females don't even want a nigga who present themselves as some fucking gangster. Because that's what a real woman gonna see who you are without you having to even speak that type of way. Y'all know how much pussy I was getting by not saying nothing? Do y'all know how many females I could fuck right now on the internet and I never came at them any type of way? Never spoke no gangster shit, never talked slick to them, never been in their inboxes or none of that shit. But I can bust them down. You hear me? From me presenting me as me. I don't be on the internet every day talking no gangster shit. I try to wake my people up. I'm talking about spiritual shit or shit that makes sense. Or I'm attacking us from the bullshit that we've been doing for years and decades that got us looking like goofy niggas out here. So it's like, I'm either doing that or I'm pushing the messages. You know, peace to the gods. It's only one or two ways that goes down. I'm either pushing that or I'm pushing that. So it's like, I'm not on social media presenting myself to be no tough ass gangster, no killer, no shooter, no drug dealer, no, none of that. I don't do that on social media. But yet a person who's really like that will look at me and see that I'm one of those without me having to speak that into existence. It's already been there. You know what I'm saying? Unity, love, prosperity, you know the vibes, gratitude. you know. So I'm just trying to show y'all or let y'all give y'all the difference from this internet shit and real life shit. And that's because I come from an era where there wasn't no internet. So it's like beefs that started directly in the streets, or they started in prison. For the most part, most beefs started in prison. You feel me? Because when you in the hood, you really stayed in the hood. Like you didn't really go to anybody else's hoods for anything to have to escalate, and then your hood is beefing with that hood, or you know, at the clubs, you know, when people go out clubbing, most clubs is in the middle of the city, which separates all sides of the city. So, you know, if you want to hang out on the weekends, you want to go get your boogie on, you're gonna go to the club. Every hood is at the club. So it's like if you do got some smoke with anybody, 9 times out of 10, you definitely gonna run across them downtown or in some club or whatever side of the city is on, you know? And you best to be prepared for that. Cause if not, yeah, a nigga gonna wear your ass out. Point blank, period. That's how I go down here in Bmore, my city. You know, I can't speak for all cities because I be seeing a lot of weird ass shit going on with a lot of you other niggas that claim that y'all from the hood or live in the hood. I see a lot of weird shit that be going on, and I be like, you did say you was a gangster, right? But what kind? Like, is it different types? Is it different types of gangsters? Is there like different levels to being a gangster? Because I'm like, I'm not too sure about your level. Like, what side are you on? Like, I'm not. But in our reality, is not. Not. There's no other levels to being a gangster. Is a gangster. Like you move accordingly. You act and carry yourself a certain type of way. You feel me? First and foremost, you have to be a man before anything, you know? So you someone who earned respect being a man. And if you so happen had to have to do some things in the streets as a street nigga, you handle your business. You hear me? And the hood knew about it. So it's like if you're one of those individuals who actually had to go out there and handle business and shit, and you were someone who's stamped and known for that, that's what it is. That's how, you know, my circle of gangsters became the OGs that they are, you know? And nobody was like, how could I pick that? Like, you know how you might got a circle of niggas, like a crew, right? But probably only 1 to 2 niggas out that crew is known for the gangster shit, you know? But yet, people gonna respect the whole crew just because of those 2 people. It's still like that today, you know? These days, it might only be one that's the gangster out of the crew. You know, you might got a crew of 20 motherfuckers, but only one nigga is known for being that stone cold killer. But, you know, the whole circle is going to be respected just off of that one nigga's name. In my world, that's crazy because it's like, I'm not going to be in a circle of fuck niggas if I'm a real nigga. That just don't add up, you know? So my circle consisted of nothing but gangsters. We all was known for that. People didn't respect me because of what my homeboys and them was doing. People respected me because of what I was doing. People didn't respect me because of no gang shit, and that's another thing we're gonna get into. Basically the same thing. You know how I just said niggas respect people because of that one person in your circle? The same with the gangs. Motherfuckers be respecting certain sets because of 1 to 2 to 3 people that go hard and put in that work within that set. Not them other 200 to 300 motherfuckers. They ain't put no work in. Haven't done nothing to label themselves as gangsters, but yet they get the respect as a gangster from the work that the gangsters put in. Doesn't add up in my world, but it makes sense to y'all though. So speaking on that, that's the reason why it's so easily for certain people to get on the internet and present themselves to be these gangsters. Because for the most part, they are surrounded or may have about, like I said, no more than 3. I'm gonna give it 4 motherfuckers within their entire hood, the entire hood, that's known for the gangster shit, you know? So people be living off of other people's respect. Catch that. It's a lot of niggas out here that's living off of other people's respect, not their own. Just the fact that you're showing them with the shit, motherfuckers gonna respect you because you from that hood, which doesn't make any sense in my world, but it does in yours. We're gonna just. It's like, man, when it comes to this internet shit. All right, let me say this. First and foremost, the streets is dead, cause all the real niggas, the real gangsters, the killers, they not even out there anymore. Niggas have businesses. They're building businesses or working their way into building a business, taking care of their families, because for the most part, motherfuckers got kids, maybe multiple kids. They grew outside of certain shit, should I say. You know, that's why it is meant for one generation to pass certain knowledge down to the generation before them so they can pass that shit down to the generation after them. That's how it's supposed to go, you know? So it's like, if we're not doing our job or doing our part, we're just going to lead them into being a fucked up generation, just as well as we were fucked up, because our ancestors and those before us didn't pass that knowledge down to us. And that's why we became the way that we are, you know? That's why I say I am here to break chains and break cycles, so shit won't consistently go that way, you know? But I can't change an ignorant nigga from being an ignorant nigga. And y'all wonder why the other side then gave y'all those labels. That's exactly what y'all act like. Y'all run around here, y'all do the most goofiest shit in the world to make somebody call you ignorant. Y'all be out here killing your own people but yelling out Black Lives Matter. How? You're killing your own people but yelling out Black Lives Matter. Doesn't add up. Not in my world, it doesn't. But again, the internet. The internet plays a very big role in a lot that has been done and still being done. There's a lot of people out here that would still be alive right now today if it wasn't for the internet. Because a lot of these fake ass beefs were created on the internet. A lot of fans, or so-called fans, y'all got to understand, a lot of these rappers that have all these millions and millions of fans, y'all do know that a lot of them are not even real people. Or a lot of them are someone who controls certain things on the internet. And, you know, why y'all think it's always the fans that create and start these beefs on the internet? Okay. I mean, if y'all didn't know, I'm here to let y'all know today. You know, that's exactly how shit be going. You know, because it's a part of their plan. It's a part of their plan. They've been orchestrated these plans for us that's been working. And the reason why they've been working is because a lot of us melanated beings are weak-minded individuals. We are easily controlled. Why? You need to tap in with yourself to have an understanding of that. You know what I'm saying? But they have learned our ways, right? To the point where, all right, they know exactly what they can do that's going to rowdy us up. And they uses the internet in order to do that. Because where is everybody at on the internet? People don't even watch TV no more since this internet shit been going on. Motherfuckers either on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram, you know? Those are the major platforms to go ahead and rally us people up. So yeah, they are the controllers of social media though. That's what y'all have to understand. So it's like, it might not even be that person that you think it is that called you a bitch or told you that they was going to kill you. It might not even be that person. It could have been one of them. Rowdying some shit up. Especially when it comes to the games. When it comes to the games, that's definitely how shit went. You know, y'all think Bloods just wanted to be for Crips and Crips just wanted to be for Bloods, or GDs wanted to be for BDs, and y'all think it just went that way because they wanted it that way? No, they didn't want it that way. They made it that way. Free Larry Hoover. Peace to the God, you know? But it's like you don't start to realize and understand certain things until you're taken away from that. Once you're taken away from those environments and you know you're no longer dealing with those type of people, and for the most part, it's always present. Because you know, present, you're isolated to yourself, you know, you're in your own self. You got time to sit back and think about a lot of shit. A lot of things will register within your brains because then you're going to see who's who, street nigga, right? You're going to see if those friends or those homies were really your friends and your homies. Because while you're sitting back and present for whatever crime you committed, protecting the gang or riding for the gang, right? Now you sitting back, you doing time. Where's your gang? Is your gang answering those phone calls? Is your gang sitting down sending you those kites or sending you these money orders, putting money on your book, making sure you eating good, you know, taking care of your family, holding your family down while you're in present? Like, is your gang doing any of that for you? No. No. It never goes that way. Soon as your ass is taken off the streets, you're a nobody. Now, when you're in the streets, oh yeah, you're that street nigga. But when you're taken off the streets, you're a nobody to the gang member. But you know, this is shit that I had to actually experience within my life. So I'm able to speak on these things because I witnessed it. I witnessed it. I was either a part of these situations or I know people who were in these situations. So therefore, I'm able to speak on these situations. You know, that's exactly how it goes. So to the brothers and sisters who's not in the streets at this present time, but probably hitting that way, I'm going to tell you, take the other way. I advise you to take the other route. Like, seriously, though, because it may be too late. You may be one of them ones that get in there and not able to get out. Or you're going to get in there and you're going to get caught up in some things that you don't want to be a part of. And then you're going to realize that you're not that as gangster as you thought you was. You're not that as a real nigga as you thought you were. When you get in, you get around these lifers and these stone cold killers and these motherfuckers who got multiple bodies under their belts and shit like that. You know, when you get around them, niggas don't have nothing to lose. You ever been around a motherfucker that ain't got nothing to lose? Yeah, they will do that to you and have no issues, have no problems with doing it, show no remorse or none of that. Yeah. So for the most part, a lot of y'all never been around these type of individuals. Why? Y'all never even been to prison. And that's another thing that I find very fucking crazy. And I've run across multiple people on social media. Some of them I might be cool with, some of them I'm not. But that say that they're substantial niggas in the streets and they gangsters, they toting guns, they doing all this, right? But yet, a motherfucker can't even sit with me and talk about no prison stories. So I'm trying to figure out what type of gangster are you, bro? Because all the ones that I know that come up in the same era as me, motherfuckers went to jail. Motherfuckers got caught for something. You may not have been caught for bodies and, you know, attempts or some of the robberies, but, you know, when it comes to selling drugs and, you know, because most of us gangsters had to go out there and sell drugs to provide for our families or provide for ourselves. You end up getting caught, you know, might not be right then and there, but yeah, no, everyone has their time, you know, but it's like once you go in, it's a revolving door for anybody that actually knows about being a street nigga or really stand on 10 toes of being a street nigga, you know. Once you go in, it's a revolving door. It becomes a revolving door. It's never you went to jail and then that was it. You got your life together and you just stopped doing shit and you took another route. That ain't how shit go. A motherfucker may sit in that motherfucker and say, oh, I'm not going to do this again. I'm never going to do that again. I'm going home. I'm going to change my life. Yeah. That's always the conversation that's had with yourself when you in here. And then you get back out here and you realize shit's still the same and you fall back into the motherfucking trap. Why? Because you come out here, you try to get a job, but by you having some sort of record. Now, for the people who get locked up once, go in and realize that's not for them. Now they come out and they can change their life and everything is all fine and dandy for them, you know. Long as they really making those changes within their life. And now when you go backwards, that's when you fuck up, you know. Up, got him. That's how they gonna be looking at it. Up, got him again. Look at his nigger ass. It was a revolving door for me. Because, you know, I was a hard-headed motherfucker, you know. I was the one that went in one time and got scared straight and never wanted to go back again. Nah. For one, I wasn't afraid of shit. I'm not going to be afraid of a bunch of motherfuckers who just like me. Like, I always carried that mindset though. Like, that was just me. Like, I could have lost my life a couple of times from being the way that I am. I always felt like, nigga, you a gangster, I'm one too. Like, you know, I don't care about how many bodies you got and how many robberies you got, how many guns you got. None of that shit never mattered to me. In my eyes, nigga, you like that, I'm like that too. You feel me? Either we gonna be two like that niggas or somebody gonna wind up smoking one another. Then, you know, that's just how that shit go. But that's how I always carried it personally. I didn't give a fuck how gangster nobody was. I'm a gangster too. You know, you may have done more gangster shit than me, but that's not to say I can't do the same gangster shit you've done. You know? That's how I always went about life. Being out there in the streets as a street nigga, you know. But like I said, these days, in today's era, there's no such thing. Because, for one, there is no more street niggas. And those who were claiming to be street niggas, they no longer in the streets anymore. You know, like I said, some of these black-owned business, when it comes to the men, they are owned by the street niggas. The niggas who were once in the streets doing the killing and the drug dealing. That's who's owning these businesses and buying up these businesses and buying up property and land and all of that because they have a clear understanding now of what it is and what it ain't. I know niggas that chopped it up with dudes that they had real beef with. I'm talking about motherfuckers was killing on both sides. You feel me? And then they got to a point where motherfuckers was tired of that shit. All right, bro, you know, y'all did y'all thing. Y'all did what y'all did on y'all end. We did what we did on our end, man. Let's put this shit to an end. Do you know how hard it is to do something like that? When you know these dudes killed your mans and they know that you killed theirs? That it takes a real man to settle things out in that type of way. You feel me? Knowing what came behind that shit. It takes a real man in order to do something like that. And that shit was done with an individual that I know, you know, when it came to being street niggas. But the internet has the wave now. You know, there's no more street nigga shit. And even the shit that be going on in the streets now is bitch ass niggas killing bitch ass niggas. My era of coming up as a gangster, gangsters had to kill gangsters in order to receive those stripes. Like, It wasn't just running out here and shooting a nigga or shooting an old lady or shooting a female, a child, and then go back to the hood. Niggas be like, yeah, bro, you did that. You a gangster. What? Your goofy ass the fuck out of here. That's not how shit went in my era of being a gangster. Gangsters killed gangsters, or you had to kill another gangster to consider yourself as one. Not just running out here with a gun and shooting anybody. That's that new age shit, that weak nigga shit, because y'all have a weak mindset, you know? So if you carry a weak mindset, of course you're gonna run around here doing weak nigga shit. That's just what it is. You were raised differently. You definitely wasn't raised like me, you know? Peace to the gods. I will show you truth. Trade, peace and love, my brother. But yeah, man, it's like, and that's what plays the part in this shit. It's all about how you were raised in your household. If you didn't have no uncles that were real gangsters, you know, or someone, some older cousins or somebody that was really, you know, in these streets and was really living that type of life, then it's like you didn't have anybody around you to school you to how to be a street nigga. If that's the lifestyle that you chose to get into, you know. But for the most part, it ain't like that. A lot of these brothers just jump into it because they feel like it's a cool thing to do. They didn't have nobody around them or nobody in their life that was, you know, in the streets or doing some gangster type of shit. They just did it because they wanted to fit in. They wanted to be a part of the in crowd, right? Ain't that how that shit go? So they jump into the streets. But once they get there and they realize what it takes to be a street nigga, that's when niggas fold. That's when niggas end up ratting on people. And, you know, y'all hear the stories about what goes on, man. People get jammed up. They got ratted on by such and such. Why did such and such rat? Such and such ratted because such and such really wasn't those type of individuals. He wasn't really a street nigga. You accepted someone that wasn't you. Let's take 6ix9ine, for example. 6ix9ine was not a street nigga. He presented himself as one of those gangsters, a gang member. Why? Because he was around them. That didn't make him one. That's why I say when it comes to this gang shit, a lot of these gangs, these members of these gangs have respect because of the work that the gang, that the OGs of the gang put in, right? Right now, to this day, a lot of these dudes that's banging Crip or banging Blood are respected because of the work that the OGs put in. They didn't put no work in for this game. Didn't catch no bodies, none of that shit. Not known for none of that shit. But yet they're still going to be respected because of the gang that they're representing. And the only reason that gang is respected is because of the shit that the OGs have done. Those OGs are not even around anymore. They were dead or in prison. And the ones that are out here, like I said, they building businesses. They're teaching niggas not to be in the streets, because that's what a real OG is. A real OG is going to tell you, is going to let you know what not to do. Like everything that they done to get them in the situations that they were in for the present time, and you know, had to just go through whatever within their life that had to do with the streets. They're not going to show you or have you take the same route that they took to lead you in the same direction that they went. That's not what an OG do. When I was out there and I was banging this Crip shit heavily, the way I was, all the little homies that was under me, and to this day, if you were to run across any one of them, ask them what I had them doing and how I had them carrying it out here. I wouldn't even allow them to carry no guns. Like, if anything happened, bro, come holler at me. I'll take care of that. You know, I had homies that wanted to play football, nice as shit in football, go to college and things like that. I was helping them take those routes and pursuing those careers and shit. You know what I'm saying? I never gave no little homie a gun and told them to go out here and kill nobody. I never gave no little homie no drugs and told them to go out here and sell this. You know, you can go get a job, you can go to school, you can pick up a trade. That's what I was pushing as a big homie in these streets. you know? And even though I don't bang that shit no more, I don't rock with no gang members anymore. If y'all were to run across any of them, they will tell y'all this, you know? If niggas had any smoke in these streets, I was handling that, you know, because I was someone who was actually substantial in these streets. They weren't, you know. I was the one who had a name in these streets, not them. So I was able to handle certain business within these streets. My name speaks for itself. 08. Don't do it, cuz we ain't gonna promote that, huh? We ain't gonna promote that though. It's all in my skin and everything, bro. You know, but I don't present myself as a street nigga anymore, you know, because today's generation of being a street nigga is not the same as when I was coming up. So even with the gang shit, gang members ain't gang members anymore. These niggas is weak. Weak as hell. They don't stand on business. They stand on fuck nigga shit. They walking around here doing fuck nigga shit. And I felt as though like, all right, if I know that I'm a substantial nigga, if I know that I'm really one of those guys who's really with that shit, but yet I'm in a gang of 50 to 100 to 5 to 600 niggas who's not like that, why would I still want to represent that? That's the reason why I chose not to bang gangs anymore. For one, I was crossed by the gang that I was in, you know, and that's not even to say that I couldn't have, you know, handled certain situations and made shit the way that it needed to be and still been, you know, pushing that. I could have done that if that's what I chose to do, but I didn't want to, you know, and once I realized that I was in a circle full of fuck niggas, why am I representing this? Because these are not the same type of gang members that was coming up in the era of gangster that I came up in. So it's like, you could be a real nigga, but if you're in a circle of 50 bitch ass niggas, how are you going to be looked at? Do you think they're going to just point you out as that one real nigga and look past the 50 bitch ass niggas? No. You're gonna just be one of those bitch ass niggas. Point blank period. So that's how I look at it when it comes to this gang shit. Just because you got one or two niggas that's really with the shit that will go out here and kill a nigga or do whatever doesn't make your gang gangster, my nigga. Y'all a bunch of bitch ass niggas. Seriously though. I can speak on stories when it came to that. Come on, God. Real gangsters protect their name. That's why gangs were created. Hey, bro, you can pop up here with me for these last couple of seconds if you want to, because I was about to close it out. But if you want to speak on this whole gang shit, you can. I would rather have somebody put their story out there too. Most gangs, all the other gangs, bro, was based off of the Black Panther movement. If you ask me, every other gang, as far as Crips, Bloods, BDGs, or whatever else came behind it, everything extended from the Black Panthers and their movement. But we all know how the Black Panthers was moving out here, bro. The Black Panthers was standing on business. Peace to the gods, man. You know the vibes. Bro, the Black Panthers stood on business. The Black Panthers stood against the law. Y'all got guns, we got guns too. What we doing? That's how the Panthers was moving. That's why I be saying, bro, what I be saying in the chat, bro, like I'm really with that. I'm really with that. If it was a group of us, bro, that was really willing to move that way, we'll be moving that way. But you don't got too many people.
We got a network real quick.
Say it again, bro.
Like I said that we could. We just got a network with the people who's like that.
Mm-hmm. So like I was speaking on the whole gang shit, bro. My whole topic tonight was about the internet versus really being in the streets. And for the most part, the dudes that claim to be these gangsters and these street niggas these days, not even in the streets. So it's like, how does that make sense, bro? When y'all get on the internet, bro, when you see these dudes on the internet that's presenting themselves to be these gangsters, where are they at? For the most part, they're in the house. They're not in the streets. Now, I can see if you were actually in the streets, out there on the block, repping this shit. You feel me? All right, that would make sense. But you niggas be in the house talking about you're a street nigga, pushing the K button so much because you said I'm gonna kill you. Like, that's all I'm seeing. How you feel when it comes to that, bro?
I mean, I am against it. It is pretty goofy, but
Peace, God.
Niggas falling victim to their environment. I mean, and plus what they've been programmed to do. You know what I mean? So it's just, especially with the new generation that's like, living off the internet. Like, it mainly be them people. Like how you were saying a minute ago, like House 6ix9ine, how the reason why the way he is,
right?
Like his era, like them niggas, they literally do live on the internet, and on top of that, they do. They're only acting like that due to their environment and because of the program. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's crazy, bro. It's like, cause I was a part of that. You feel me?
Yeah,
but
we all was,
you feel me? But yeah, look at what we pushing now. Yeah. So it's like,
that's because we decided to listen to ourselves more than to the programming and to our environment. You know what I mean? We decided to just basically pay more attention to ourselves instead of allowing ourselves to become a victim of going on.
Right. I mean,
even if we did become a victim at the moment, shit, we here now. You know what I mean? We got out of it. We figured it out. It was all good. I mean, that's why we here now.
I mean, even when I was in the streets, bro, I was always a leader. Like I was never a follower. I never followed behind anyone, bro. Like when I went to prison because of what I was doing. It never was because of what someone else was doing or what somebody told me to do. You know, that's why I never cried. I never said, bro, I wasn't one of those dudes getting on the phone, calling everybody, bro, please get me out of jail. No, I know I did that. I'm gonna do my time. You feel me? Like after the first time of me going through that shit, bro, it's like, all right, I get it. I have a clear understanding of what this is and how this shit go. You do the crime, you do the time. Ain't that what they say? So I stood on that. You know, I stood on that. Take it as a lesson. Now I always learn from my mistakes. I can say that. Now it did take multiple times of me going in and out of those doors for me to understand that this ain't for me, you know, but it's like that sometimes, you know. But then you have those dudes who really wasn't like that from the jump, and they go in there and realize what their present life is like, and they come home and change their whole goddamn life. You feel me? It could go that way as well. But for the most part, I don't know, man. People still be just trying to keep up with that lifestyle, which isn't a cool lifestyle.
It just shows you people ain't fully conscious yet. I mean, niggas ain't fully aware of their existence. But shit that they're allowing, or not even allowing themselves to go through, that they're putting themselves through. Because we don't have to be doing that. We don't have shit, but we're all programmed to think that we have to do this shit. But and it sucks because, you know what I mean, I could be like, you know what, I'm gonna just go out in the middle of nowhere and just do me. But if the government finds you, you know what I mean, on some shit, they probably would, you know what I mean, come after me. So it's like the fact that I'm by myself, I'm gonna get got. But if I got more niggas with me, you know what I mean, trying to actually just go off grid, live, my nigga, nobody. It's gonna be hard for them to stop.
I can't wait for that day, bro.
Like, I'm really programming like this whole 9 to 5 shit. Really thinking that we gotta pay rent to live on this planet. It's getting old, kid. Like I don't understand how niggas is fully woke ain't losing their mind because this shit is crazy. Like have to listen to another nigga. Like, oh, man.
Bro, I said it, bro. I said this shit a minute ago. I was like, bro, I feel like that we could all just say fuck y'all. Like, you know, and still be in these homes that we're in and everything. Still live our life the way that we live it. Like, fuck y'all. We not paying shit. We not doing shit. What are y'all gonna do about it? But we all have to carry that mindset. Because we're more stronger together than apart, you know? So everybody would have to be on that same type of time in order for that to work, bro. But I know that can work. If every melanated being felt that way and carried it that way, bro, we wouldn't have to worry about shit. BG&E, if y'all cut our lights on, we coming down there. We coming down there, man. We gonna get our shit back on. One way or the other, what y'all wanna do? And then shit, I know motherfuckers that know how to hook your shit back up. So, you know, we all know people that know how to hook your shit back up. So if we gotta get to that point, fuck it. We don't even need the lights. We got candles. We'll do it like our ancestors did. It wasn't no like we had candles and shit like that, you know? We could take it back to that art. But it would take everyone, bro, in order for us to do that.
But it's, you know, it's crazy. In our lifetime, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see the change because ain't nobody talking how we talking back then. Well, niggas was talking how we talking back then, and niggas got, you know, assassinated, you know, like Black Panthers, Bob Marley. I mean, all the niggas who was saying like, we don't need nobody like those. I mean, and shit like that. But like,
that's why I say this, bro. Like, all leaders die. And that's because it's just that one person that's being looked at as the leader or the spokesperson for all of us, right? Well, what if we all were leaders? And they didn't just have that.
We are.
Yeah, we are. But I'm saying as far as on social media, you know how that shit go. Like Malcolm X, everybody looked at him as that one leader. Like everybody looked up to him and listened to his words.
There's more. There's starting to become more of us thinking alike. You know what I mean? Back then there was only so many, but now with the technology that we have and shit, like we're spreading like a wildfire. Like I just said, we're gonna live. I feel like we're gonna live in that time. Well, basically in our lifetime, I feel like we're gonna experience seeing niggas taking their livelihood back. I mean, taking their lives back. By fully saying, nigga, I don't have to take no orders from another person that looks like me. I mean, we should only be taking orders from God or the Creator. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be taking orders from man. I feel like in our lifetime we're gonna experience this shit because we're talking about it now. You know what I mean? It's just like more and more niggas is waking up to the shit, realizing that we are in a cage. You know what I mean? And we are being told what to do by, I hope they're people, but we're being told by people what to do. We're supposed to be only following God's laws and shit. You know what I mean? But like, it may seem like hope is lost, but I feel like our lifetime we don't see the shit because we already on it. You know what I mean? We already on.
Oh yeah, we definitely on ours. We definitely on ours. Like the thing is, bro, people are afraid. I know it's a lot of us elevated beings that want to do that shit, but they're afraid of what they're gonna lose if they were to carry it that way.
Hey, let them fall off, and for the ones who want to learn, come through. You know what I mean? But it's just nature is gonna take its toll. Like when you look into nature, you don't see any species of animals asking for help or being told by as a species what to do. So if that animal doesn't go out and get its food, because it's there. Food, water, shelter, it's all there. Nature provides everything for free for unlimited amount of time.
Free.
You know what I mean? But it's just like if no animal goes out there and gets their shit, bro, they gonna die. That's just by nature. If we don't go out and get food, water, shelter, and security, we're gonna die because soon, eventually, these niggas is gonna stop providing shit for us. I mean, by us going to the grocery store, by us paying rent at another nigga house, bro, like we're depending on other people.
At another nigga
we're
house.
supposed to be doing this to ourselves. You know, like we're supposed to be doing everything ourselves. We don't need to be depending on nobody. Like they say, if you teach a nigga how to fish, he will forever know how to eat. If you don't teach him how to fish, he gonna always come to you. You can turn him into a customer, but it's just like, damn, show the nigga how to eat.
You feel me? But for the most part, bro, our kind, black folks, selfish as hell, bro. We like, bro, that's why I say, man, those labels that they put on us for the most part, bro, it's true. It's true.
It is true.
It's true, bro. Motherfuckers ignorant as shit. Motherfuckers lazy as shit. Motherfuckers selfish. Like, that shit is true, bro.
That's all due to the system that was set upon us.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if this system was, like, non-existent. Like, yeah, there would be some fuck shit going on between, with humanity, but it wouldn't be as much as what's going on, like, right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Niggas being told to do fuck shit. Niggas having no option but to do fuck shit. Like,
no option.
Nigga, if I lose my job today, and I got no way to get like good government assistance, I'm not gonna have no choice but to rob niggas. You feel me? I ain't gonna have no choice but to steal shit. The system sets you up just to fail.
But guess what, bro? That take me back to what I was saying about the new age Robin Hood. You feel me? Like, that's why I was saying that. Because if it has to get to that point, guess what? Yeah, I know a lot of government establishments that's holding some bread up in that bitch. Yeah, y'all want to give me this? All right, we're going to come take that shit then. You know? I'm with that, bro. I will fucking run up in every last one of them government establishments, banks, all that shit, and go buy back our land with the money that, you know.
Hey, what makes it even more crazy, I was thinking like that too. Like, I'm about to run up in the White House, I'm about to run up in that shit. Nigga, they can keep all of that, bro. Do you understand how much land is out here that's not being used, bro? Like, nigga, you can go out on the highway right now and just look at all the land.
Yeah.
We can create our own shit somewhere else, anywhere else. You know what I mean?
Man, every time I'm on the highway, you look on the sides, that's all you see is mad open land. So you right about that. You right about that.
It's ridiculous. We ain't gotta take their shit, bro. They can keep all of that, but they ain't gonna keep us. You know what I mean? They can keep all of their shit. They can keep all the gold, all the diamonds, all that. They can keep all. As long as we can leave the cage, because the city literally is a zoo, it's a cage.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
As long as we can leave that shit and create our own.
Peace, God.
We can't do that. Nigga, it's war.
Shit. So what if we were to start doing shit like that, and that open land that we see, we just start building on it? What would happen if we were to do some shit like that?
Since we're not immigrants, or since we're not foreigners, and since we're identifying as a U.S. citizen, we got a lot of leverage. I mean, we got a lot of say-so since we're labeling ourselves as a U.S. citizen. Well, realistically, we ain't got to label ourselves as nothing because nothing else on this planet will label itself. I'm pretty sure a lion doesn't even label itself as a lion. Like that nigga name, he's just here knowing how to act like a lion due to his genetics. You know what I mean? So it's like, but since we identify as, a good citizen or a human being or whatever, like we can go out there and just claim land. You know what I mean? Like they have laws. If we want to go by their laws and shit like that, they have laws set up where we can go out there legally and either do homesteading. They got a law called homesteading. Stadium. They got another one called Squatter's Law. And another one called Adverse Possession. If you like come across like abandoned property, like for example, like an abandoned home or some shit, or even a house, you just gotta go up in there, just replenish it, show that you're gonna basically take it over, and you have to be on the land for a certain amount of time legally get to take it. You know what I mean? But imagine imagine 1,000 people going out, bro, just claiming like 100 or 200 acres and just farming, saying we don't. Since the government can't govern us, right? We can just govern ourselves. You know what I mean? And we can do that because there's just more of us than there is y'all. If y'all niggas really want to go to war because we want to live free, so be it. Because dying slow in this motherfucking 9 to 5, bro, it's terrible. It's terrible.
I'm about ready to do that, bro. I promise you. Like you said, we just gotta keep. All right, sis. We just gotta keep building behind closed doors, bro, till we get, I guess, our numbers up. You know, in order for us to go out and just do what need to be done. You know, it's a lot of us that's conscious though, like that has reached that certain level, but still yet separated. If that makes sense, cause you know how we got our group. You feel me? It's other people that got their groups, but they just rocking with their groups. You know what I'm saying? Instead of everybody just linking up and building together. You know, like, I don't know, bro. That shit weird as well. No, we ain't ready for change. We ready to make changes. It ain't gonna be no change, bro. We gotta make the change. We gotta change things.
Yeah, we gotta force
you know?
Just how they force this shit onto us, we gotta push back and be like, nah, yeah, we force some freedom. Y'all niggas want to force slavery? Okay, well, we're going to push back. I mean, if not, then that's just on everybody else. Like, I learned if the nigga can step on your toes and you don't do shit about it, oh, man.
They gonna keep stepping on your toes.
Yeah.
They gonna keep stepping on your toes. That's the same way if a nigga punch you in your mouth right now on the streets and you don't do anything about it. Oh, he's a bitch. I'm gonna just keep punching him every time I see him. Yeah. You know?
That shit crazy.
That's a fact.
These niggas be out here feeding off of our.
You know where we could do what, sis? Who you going after, sis? Oh, you saying as far as what we speaking about?
You got it. It's literally all programming.
Yeah, well, I feel sorry for those who fell victim to the program and they haven't, you know, got outside of that. Those weak-minded individuals, you know, and I don't even make excuses for them anymore. Peace and blessings, goddess. Who you was going off on, sis? Who made you mad today?
Nobody made me mad. He was saying he said something, and he was like, "What does that make you?" And I was like, "You weak." I wasn't cussing anybody out. Yeah.
All right. I'm about to say, man, you do know I understand we hold both sides. Don't let the other side come out for nobody. Who playing with my sister now? But
and then it's the other thing, like I know where you can do that at, as far as like that land where you can just go and just take it over.
Right.
It's up here. It's up north. It's
Shit.
in Idlewild, Michigan. It's pretty much abandoned. You know, Idlewild, the movie.
Yeah.
That's what it was based off of. Except that the movie was in Atlanta. The real Idlewild is up north in Michigan. It's like 4 or 5 hours away from where I'm at. But the land up there, it's pretty much like nobody lives there anymore. You know what I'm saying? It was an all-black resort back in the day during segregation and everything. So that's where we would go during the summer break because the white people have their resort. So they had Idlewild, and it was an all-black resort. But now, if you Google it, like it's pretty much abandoned. It's all wood, but it's surrounded by water, like little lakes. And, like, so I guess lakes, big rivers, not really lakes, but it's surrounded by water. Like it has good fishing and everything. So like if you needed a place to like be plentiful where you could grow a garden, you can fish. You know what I'm saying? You can hunt. Like that would be the place to go. Because I'm telling you, if there's a zombie apocalypse, that's where the fuck I'm going. I'm going to that place that I said. I don't want to keep saying the name over and over again.
Oh yeah, I mean you already put me down. You already put me down.
Yeah. You know, I told you I got my pit and I got my machete. I'm ready. It's not even a machete.
We gotta worry about the niggas who turn them into the zombies though. We got them niggas we gotta worry about too.
Hey, and I feel like that's everybody that done got that shot.
Because right now, if you go online to Michigan's DNR website, you know, DNR, like people that run the woods and the parks and all that shit or whatever, if you wanted to buy land in Idlewild, they got acres going for like $1,200. No lie. Like that
and that's nothing.
And cheap.
Motherfuckers be spending that on weed in 30 days. They spend that on marijuana in 30 days. But yet they won't take it and invest it into something like that though. It's crazy.
Shit, I can't talk as many times as I done had $1,200 in my hands. I ain't never did it my damn self. You know what I'm saying? We do have to take into consideration that when you do, most of us, when we do have a certain amount, a substantial amount of money, we got to catch up on our bills. Our kids need shit. Right. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got, you know what I'm saying? So to actually take that money and go buy something that is worth, we can't even really do it sometimes. We think about it, we want to do it, but the stress of life.
That's because we don't understand that buying that one piece of land, we eliminate having to buy food at the grocery store. We eliminate having to pay rent at somebody else's house. I mean, eliminate all of that because we can easily start building our own house on that land and just have our own community.
Right.
And eliminate a white. It's just so worth it. Like I feel like, and honestly, we don't even have to pay for the land. If just a good majority of people just decide to occupy some land, like that's all it takes.
I'm telling y'all, man.
They ain't gonna kill all of us, and if they do, then that shows you right there that we really are slaves. You mean to tell me that we can't just occupy some land that nobody's using and just start farming for free?
I feel like I can. I know I can.
Michigan, if you look it up, it's illegal for us to have a garden. Like for real. Like it's illegal for you to like have a fucking garden and grow your own vegetables and shit. Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy. Says
who? People do it. It's not like we're
not
gonna go to jail for it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not. Nobody. A lot of people have gardens and grow shit, but it is a law in Michigan that you're not supposed to grow your own food.
Man,
like,
listen.
They still to do that. Like, did we, us as a community, did we agree for them to be in power over certain things? Like, when did we?
Exactly. So it's like, who the fuck are they to say these things, man?
Listen, we fucked up when we gave them motherfuckers the knowledge when they were still in them goddamn mouths.
Yeah.
That's what we should have did.
That's where we fucked up at.
We were so full of love. We were so full of love and wanting people, you know, like we are full of love. You know what I'm saying? And we went and felt bad for these motherfuckers in these goddamn mouths that were still eating their afterbirth and chasing bitches with bats and shit and clubs. That we went and taught them what we know. And they were some shicey bitches and took what we know and ran with it.
Yeah.
They took what we know and made it into Jehovah.
And that's why it's so easily for them to control now, because of that. That's why it's so easily for them to control.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, that's not to say that we can't flip that shit back around, though. We just got more weak-minded individuals than we have strong-minded individuals out here, man. And that's why I say we got to kill the cancer. It's the cancer. Trying to tell y'all, it's the cancer. The cancer is us. Got to get rid of the cancer, or it's going to keep spreading.
See, I feel like a lot of that also comes to your bloodline as well. You know what I'm saying? I've said that before. You know what I'm saying? If it's in your blood to be a follower, that's what the fuck you're gonna be. If it's in your blood to be a leader, that's what the fuck you're gonna be. If you know what I'm saying, like period.
It's in my blood, baby.
You know, I mean, because if you think about the Willie Lynch letter, right? That well, not even the letter, but the speech that he gave, the Willie Lynch speech, right? When he said you'll be able to control your niggas for 400 years to come. You know what I'm saying? You do it like this, you do it like that, and this will be your outcome. You put the light against the dark, the young against the old. You take the fathers out the house, and you break them like you break a horse. You break them like you break a horse. So for the families that did endure that buck breaking, you know what I'm saying? It's in their blood because they made sure to pass that shit on to their kids. And well, really, their kids was watching the shit. So the kids grew up fearful, made sure that their kids was fearful, and so forth and so forth and so forth. 400 years later, those are the motherfuckers that are sheep. Those are the ones that are your cancer. They're never gonna get it. It's embedded in their blood.
Yeah. So they the ones we got to get the fuck rid of. That's how I personally feel.
Yeah, and I feel you. I'm just not down with killing another black person. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, I don't even look at them as us. I'm not down for that neither, sis. But I don't look at them as one of us. I don't.
He said, "Hey, there's a name for that. What did he?"
And they kicked you off, sis? They kicked her out in the middle of her conversation. That's crazy.
How do you pronounce that?
The name of what, bro?
How do you pronounce that?
I don't even know. What's the name supposed to be, though? That's the name of what, bro?
Hey, I kicked my syllable off.
I'm about to say they kicked you in the middle of your conversation, my nigga.
Like that way, I was like, oh shit. You know, I just got this phone. I'm still trying to learn how to work.
Word.
I'm not an Android user anymore. I now officially have an iPhone.
Oh man, I don't even want to talk to you. God damn it, you just put yourself under the controlling of the controllers. Fully.
First of all, hold on, baby. Hold on.
I'm saying, I know what them iPhones do, sis.
My Android had broke. My Galaxy was broke.
You should have got another Android.
It was $300 for me to get a new phone. My friend had another phone that so his contract, I guess, or whatever, but this phone was never used. So he was like, you can have this phone, we'll just add this to my plan. I was like, all right, bet. So I got a new phone.
You know, you can like sell it since it's an iPhone. Somebody be quick to buy it. Bam, go get you another.
No, I ain't finna do that. I have to keep this.
I guess whenever I talk to you, I just gotta talk about the shit that they like to hear. Then fuck it. No, I seen some shit with them iPhones, sis. I'm trying to tell you, I've been presenting it. I got a 12 right now, and I will not.
It freaks me out that I can send
you still got the forbidden apple on the back of it.
Yeah.
Come on now.
It freaks me out that I can send you a text message, and the text message is my emoji. Like I can create my own emoji, and when I'm talking to you, it mimics what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah. Man, I seen my little bro had called one of our other bros, but he answered his phone from his phone. This is some iPhone shit. How the fuck you answer somebody else's phone from your phone?
I'm about to go on mute for a second because my mama just called me. I'm about to call her back. I'm about to go on.
Hey, you
all right.
About say like for example, like most females, they take pictures and they phone. They have like a bunch of pictures of themselves like in bikinis, or
right?
You know, in bras and shit like that. Go on iPhone gallery and type in like if you're female, type in like be like bras or be like me in bras bring up all the pictures of you in bras, or it'll bring up just a category of you doing something, you know what I mean, in those pictures. Like, I mean, you can type some shit in, and it'll bring it up, like a category, whatever you typed in.
That's crazy.
I noticed that's a little suspect, because who's going through those pictures and putting those in the
Exactly.
in the category,
Like,
you know what I mean?
bro, like, nigga, that's crazy.
Somebody at the iPhone station, they going through our shit, you know what I mean?
Oh
They
yeah.
gotta be.
Oh yeah, we always being watched, so you know, I have an understanding of that. That's why I chose not even to go get on no other plan. Like, bro, I don't even want to be on a phone plan. That's how deep it is. I don't even want to have an actual phone plan anymore. You know, it's not that I can't go get one. I can take the money right now and go get on a plan, but I just know everything that come behind that and come with it. It's bad enough I'm already being watched, just being on social media, you know. But it is what it is.
All these plans and shit, like phone, electric, just basically everything is supposed to be.
Let's go back to walkie-talkies, bro. Let's go back to walkie-talkies. Listen, I feel like we all should carry pagers and walkie-talkies.
Man, nigga, we can get our land back. That's what it is.
Yeah, they ain't gonna give it to us. They're not gonna give it to us. Who down to go take?
We're gonna have to turn up. We're gonna have to turn up, because, like I said, what's the point of us even living if we can't do what we want to do?
Exactly.
Nigga, everything on this planet, down to the cockroaches, is doing what the fuck they want to do. They're not taking orders from nobody. They got food, water, and shelter for free, and it's unlimited. Why can't I have the same thing as a cockroach? Why can't I have food, water, shelters, you know what I mean, all that shit for free? Because of nature, why can I have that? Why I got other niggas that look like me and that don't look like me telling me what to do? Like, bro, I'm not gonna be here for a long time. I'm not promised tomorrow. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Like, nigga, what's the point? Like, you know how they said when there was taking slaves over the ocean and shit, and niggas was jumping off the boats if they got a chance to, because they knew that it was better to die than to be, you know what I mean, chained up. Like, nigga, that's the time that we really need to be on, because, like I said, what's the point of us even living right now if we really can't do what we want to do?
Why you think I've been saying what I've been saying, bro? That's why I say the shit I say. Like, bro, I said that in the chat that day. Like, bro, who's willing to take those sacrifices? Who's willing to do that? I'm willing.
Especially if you got kids too.
Bro, come on now.
Niggas need to really jump on board, because, like, you really want to see your kids depend on another nigga?
Because if we don't act now, guess what? The generation behind us are gonna have to go through this same shit. So motherfuckers need to think on that. Like you said, especially if you have kids. If you don't want your kids to have to go through the same exact shit that we going through, we need to act now. We need to act now. So it's gonna take more than just me. It's gonna take more than just you.
Bro, a lot of niggas feel like they're enslaved. You know what I mean? Mentally, spiritually, physically. The fact that you can't do what you want, you enslaved.
It's a lot of shit that was brought.
For the men.
Hey, bro, you see how you can say like that shit was brought down from generation to generation, right? I ask this question. People that believe in slavery, the way that they presented slavery, that's not saying that it wasn't slavery. It's just not the way that they made it seem. So it's like, if it was really slavery, whipping and telling we had to do this type of shit, why haven't those stories been passed down from generation to generation? If everything else been passed down from generation to generation, why the fuck ain't y'all never heard that? My grandmother was born in the 1800s. She ain't never told me a story about no goddamn slavery. My grandfather never told me no stories about no goddamn slavery. When
I tell you was from Africa.
When I did my research, right, damn sure it didn't say we was from no fucking Africa. Why we ain't hear that? Come on now. My grandmother told me at 5 years old that we was Cherokee Indian. You hear me? So, you know.
Like we all from the East Coast because all the main tribes were over on the East Coast running shit. Choctaw, Yamasee, Seminoles down in Florida, Blackfoot, like all of the main tribes was us.
Yeah, you're right about that, D Money. There were definitely black slave owners.
Oh yeah.
There was.
I mean, shit. I believe I come from a family of slave owners.
If you think about slavery, they have slaves in Africa too. They have slaves in Egypt. It was just slaves because of wars that they had on. Instead of killing them, they took them as prisoners of war and made them slaves.
Or if somebody got caught stealing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But these white motherfuckers though, they took slavery to a whole nother fucking level. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out though, how did we allow some motherfuckers that's so weak, because they're really weak as hell. How did we allow that? We got them too.
No, we did not.
All right, we didn't then. We do now.
No.
We didn't then. We do now.
We did it then, but we did it then.
All right, I don't care about what happened then, sis. Sis, you know I don't care about that. I'm worried about the right now. We still got a lot of dangerous motherfuckers that's melanated beings. We still got a lot of loony, crazy motherfuckers that's melanated beings. What we doing now? You hear me? We can get on that timing now, but guess what? A nigga go out there and kill another nigga, though. A nigga will go out there and kill another nigga, another melanated being.
Due to the lack of knowledge, or because he's actually a wicked individual. I mean, he's probably actually a demon. I mean, that's only those two reasons niggas is out here doing stupid shit, because of the programming. Are they actually demons? Like, that's the only two things, you know what I mean? Like, so if we do see another nigga kill somebody or one of our own, it's only because of those two reasons. That's up to us to, I mean, educate the next so that don't happen. And on top of that, that's up to us to identify whether the person is one of us, which is like a righteous being, or a demon. Right? I mean, of course, we all got that angel and that demon in us, but it's just like that nigga's demon just is too strong. He actually a full demon. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody, you know. Hey,
they the ones I get rid of, bro. They the ones that I have no problems with getting rid of. You feel me? Whether they melanated or not, bro. If they on the other side, man, you got to go. Yeah, you got to go. New World Order, we are the New World Order. We the order, period. Fuck all that New World Order shit. We the order. Once we get to that point where we can fully take control, bro. I already said multiple times what can be done. We just got to get enough walkers, more walkers, and less talkers. That's what we need. We need more walkers and less talkers.
A lot of niggas is talking and just scamming niggas out of money.
Nature World Order. I'm with that. Ain't no New World Order. Fuck a New World Order. Hey, bro, I don't know if you be tapping in because you be in and out of the chat. I said something about that, bro. People that's charging us melanated beings for certain shit. It's people that's charging for information, charging for shit that y'all have that can benefit us. Like, but yet y'all want us to pay for that shit. Y'all the ones I look at in a different way. All right, sis. Those are the people that I look at in a whole nother light, bro. Like, you want to charge us. Man, fuck out of here, bro.
If niggas was really woke, they'll be giving knowledge free. Why? Because the only reason why humanity is the way it is now is due to the lack of knowledge. Why the fuck would you start the niggas?
Wow.
You see, the reason why we in this slum is because we ain't got the knowledge of. We really ain't gotta follow nobody.
That don't make. That's why I said, bro, what I said a couple of minutes ago. We selfish. That's selfish shit right there. For you to know some shit. You know some shit. And you know if you were to spread this information to your people, what it can do. Instead of doing that, you'll charge them? Fuck out of here, man.
That's how you know the niggas really ain't woke how they say they is.
They definitely not. I said that in the chat, bro. I said it's one thing to be woke and it's another thing to be woke. Like, bro, understanding both sides, good and evil, because we all hold both within us. You know, can't just walk around this bitch thinking you're just some holy moly. No, that's not how this shit go. We all hold both sides within us. We just got to know how to control that shit and who to give that energy to. It's not to be given towards another you. That's where y'all got it fucked up at. That energy, that killer instinct that people hold is not to be given towards another you. That shit's supposed to be given to them. If they were to put that energy, bro, into them instead of another them, into them instead of another them, we would take back everything. We can have everything we want. Life could go exactly the way that we want it to if they were to put that shit into them instead of their own. Let's make that make sense.
You know, Black Panthers, they gave us the blueprint.
Why we not rolling? Why we not picking up off of where they left off? You know? That's what the Crips and the Bloods and all that shit's supposed to been doing. You know? Rehabilitation cripping. Community rehabilitation and progress. That's what CRIP stands for. Community rehabilitation in progress. I can't tell you what other gang shit stand for.
Yeah, that's just crazy. I thought that like, what the fuck? You mean to tell me niggas is over here fighting each other when we're supposed to be fighting the real ops, the government?
Come on now.
The niggas just trying to tell us what to do? What? We gonna fight each other? Man, that shit crazy.
What's death, bro? What y'all talking about? D-Money and Baby Line, Bion, however you pronounce your name. Oh, Babylon. My apologies. Yeah, what y'all talking about?
Oh, he's saying people scared to death. That's what it is.
Oh, I'm not.
Nah, real shit, niggas.
I'm not.
Really scared to die. Like,
I'm not.
Because niggas don't know that we don't die. Like,
right. Hey, bro. That right there is the reason why I fear no death, because I have a clear understanding that energy don't die.
It doesn't die, bro. Especially conscious energy. Like,
come on now. Peace, God.
Yeah, peace. Yeah, nah. Well, I was just saying though, man. Same motherfuckers that scared of death. That's what it is. That's the main convincing part of what all the shit they talking about. How he was like, oh, how come we ain't taking them off the Black Panthers and nothing? Because back in those days, you know they weren't. They wasn't scared to die.
They wasn't scared to die, bro.
They know that's gonna roll on to the next person. That inspiration gonna happen. But nowadays it's like they're scared. They scared to go. Like they don't know what's beyond. They're not spiritually tapped in, knowing that our spirits and souls not even here. Like this our avatar, this our body. Yeah, we in the avatar, we operating it, but we check out of here, we on to the next one, wherever we going, bro. We please to go throughout this way. Like, but motherfuckers think like, oh shit, I need to self-preserve and I'm scared. I don't want to stand up for nothing because they gonna come kill me like they done did
right.
Black Panthers. They done did Malcolm. Like, what's the deal, y'all?
Peace, God.
Peace, God. It's really that's what I was saying earlier. What they did, they convinced us that death was real. Like yeah. That's what the bottom line is. They convinced us that if we died, that's it. Man. And I like everything y'all talking about. Man.
I think I could chime in a little bit on some of them questions and stuff, like as far as the manipulating us and being scared of death and stuff. Y'all on track and stuff. That happened with all of the incarcerating us, the drugs, the breaking up the families, the fucking with our mind and our mental and stuff. Y'all on everything from this shit. Y'all on everything. People are scared to death, and when I say we can't do it right now, is if anything, like Kanye or Ye or whatever, kind of showed y'all like he was willing to attack them. But it ain't.
Yeah, but he was already full throttle under the controlling, trying to do that. We not.
Yeah.
We not.
I'm already knowing.
We not.
Saying, like as far as like what the public see, like if we were starting the army and the war and stuff and getting our people to wake them up and stuff, that's a big ass platform he tried to do it on. And I'm saying like as far as what we can do right now, y'all on the right path.
That shit gotta be done behind closed doors, bro. That shit can't be broadcast across no internet to none of that shit, bro. This shit gotta be done behind closed doors. Build our numbers up, then we hit their ass.
I'm saying, how y'all think these rich families is gonna get from power though? It ain't gonna be by our hands. It's gotta be like an apocalypse or something. When I text that a little earlier, like that change of power gotta come dramatic and drastic and real fast if y'all want us to come up as a people. We're not gonna die. We the real, we the real life beings, energy, and all of that. And if you know that, you ain't scared. A lot of people who don't know that. But I'm saying, as far as the people that got control in that power right now, they got control in that power to keep the rest of us asleep and stuff. So as far as right now, just simple word to mouth, like, hey, letting people know who y'all are and stuff and what we gotta do. It goes through one ear and out the other. Like, niggas ain't ready for that.
I don't even give a fuck, bro, about trying to convince anybody else. I'm just trying to build with the ones who got that understanding. Fuck the rest of them motherfuckers.
But as far as that, like, I'm just picking up on the topic y'all was talking about earlier, like getting our land back and, shifting the power and stuff. That's the only way that's gonna happen. Yeah. But these rich people is in mansions somewhere in the hills, untouchable, like with their hands on shit. That's what I'm saying. It's deeper than just word to mouth and what we can see. They got secret codes. They got codes up in your police force, in your schools. They got programming your
that's why I feel like fuck all that. Fuck it. Man, anything that's established by the government, I'm against. I just took my kids out of school. Fuck school too.
Our next generation.
Yeah. That's so
damn hard, like, and I'm just open to it. It's just kids, though. We here, we live, and we can push all these agendas, but it's the next generation that's really gone, and they getting manipulated. Something crucial, like
through the music,
all entertainment, all everything,
bro. That was my main topic for tonight, as far as speaking on the street shit, the internet shit. That all plays a play in what we're saying right now. Like, there's a very big difference. Like, when I came up, it wasn't no internet. I ain't know nothing about no social media shit when I was coming up, In the streets was in the streets. That's not to get off topic, man, but that's me speaking to the generation that's coming up now. Like, they got to get a clear understanding, bro, because they so hip to this internet shit that's controlling them.
It's rats on them. I'll be listening from everything from relationships to everything. It's rats. They rats.
Not to be on no shit like that, but like, cause I'm a little bit younger, but I was raised up by some OGs from how they say don't record shit, nothing like that. Not to be bragging on in high school and shit, but every time I lock it up with somebody, I'm making feel like, all right, you for real? Everybody around, we're not doing this around everybody. We're not doing all this. No cameras, because everybody like to post shit. Everything. So I have to get locked up anyway. They be doing this shit in their music. They done ran somebody down off of so-and-so block the other day. It's like,
come on, man.
It's like, who's snitching on you? My nigga, like, who's snitching? It's like, nigga, it's you. You snitching on yourself. Like,
I just said that. Hey, bro, in the beginning of my show, brother, I said that. I say, bro, niggas be promoting so much shit on social media, and then they'll get booked talking about niggas ratted on them. Nigga, you ratted on yourself. What are you talking about?
The feds is watching. The feds
like that old MF Doom song, rap snitch.
Real shit.
Nah, but yeah, that's I was gonna tap into the thing y'all talk about, the epigenetics. That shit what guys was talking about, like that bug breaking and all that stuff. It's epigenetics by definition is basically like, for example, I remember I was tapping with you, bro, about it. About like you get rats, you experiment on some rats, like you train a rat to go down this way, and they try to eat some cheese at a certain time, but it gets zapped. Like at a certain time, they get zapped, and they know not to go there anymore. After a while, they keep getting zapped from that. And it's like now it's getting trained in my head. Like, okay, if I reach for this cheese, I'm gonna get shocked. So it's like, all right, so I'm gonna train myself to mentally make sure, like, okay, I'm not even gonna go here. I'm gonna go around this, so I can get to this other cheese or whatever. And I go down into your like DNA, like get into your code, basically, like that bug breaking and shit. Like everybody seeing that, it get into their code. Like, oh, I don't want that to happen to me. So I'm gonna make sure my kids and my kids' kids, they stay silent and don't do nothing. So therefore, you know, we cool, like we will survive or whatever the case may be. But it's like, it's genetics. It's really fucking with genetics, but it's like artificial genetics, basically. Like how I know everybody family talk about like, oh, I got drinkers in my family, or drinking is heavy in my family, or alcohol addiction running my family. It ain't even that it running your family, it's the fact that just like your uncle, your father, like they grown up, that's in their DNA to do that shit. So it's like you start doing it too. So like
break that generational curse.
Basically, and it's like, okay, so if people in their generation that was bitch made and they didn't want to do nothing, they gonna tell their kids to be bitch made, like, hey, don't do this, you know what's even more deep? If a cop approaches you, don't act this way. It's like you get to that timid mindset to where you like, you all like, you know, you both.
We all programmed from it. Y'all don't get nervous when the place pop up behind you, y'all ain't doing shit.
Even that, like,
no, I'm just saying, like, little simple shit.
That's genetics. That's little simple shit. Yeah, that's like, but that's on some like, shit, like you see the light pop up, you are thinking like, okay, but it's not no like, it's different from it. It's more like, okay, everybody gonna get nervous. That shit is real. That's real shit. You gonna get nervous.
I'm saying you don't gotta be doing shit though. You could be driving a regular. I just live right now. Like I don't gang bang or niggas come from it and shit and all that, but I drive.
Shit froze. Hey, but now real shit about the epigenetics. Like you're saying, it basically passes down. It can pass down just by you being around the people you're around. They can pass it down environment. Yes, or it can be passed down through your genetics. It's just how you were saying how that rat, if it goes to that food at a certain time of the day, it will get zapped.
Yeah.
Basically, when that rat has kids, nigga, automatically the kids know not to go to that food at a certain time.
Yeah, it's like I know y'all read this, but I don't know. Y'all read Ice Papers?
I've been looking at books on it. Yeah.
When she break this shit down deep, like on some, like it's basically that right there, like where the stuff she was talking about, like basically just quote unquote black people, whatever you want to call it, melanated people. She was a therapist, and long story short, she's talking to a 12-year-old black boy, like, oh, don't you want to do something and rise up for your people and like help your people out when you get older? It's a 12-year-old boy, and he over here saying, nah, I don't want to do this because I'm gonna end up dead like Malcolm X. Or I'm gonna end up dead like Martin Luther King. And it's like it's already instilled. Not saying it's not, and that's not even coming from like, oh, I don't want to do this because my dad tried to do something and died. It's like the people that we looked up to, however you put it, we seen them get slain down. So it's like it mentally get in your head like, okay, if I try to rise a little bit, if I try to rise up a little bit, they're gonna kill me in front of us. That's bug breaking. But that's the point. What I mean, like they're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna try to kill me, saying I don't want to die. But that goes down to that more root of what death is. Like, what is really death? Like, bro, all these white motherfuckers, bro, all these people, they know they're not scared of death. Like, I ain't applauding them or nothing, but to know to beat your enemies, you gotta know what they know. About. And it's like back then, them Vikings and shit, bro, they used to be like, nigga, if they don't die in war, nigga, they not gonna make it to wherever they so-called heaven is. It's like, and nowadays and stuff, it's like, oh man, I'm gonna keep it quiet all my whole life. Like, you know, I'm chilling, bro. And I used to tell my bro right there, like, man, I feel like that's a real life test. Cause it's like, how do I used to say? I'd be joking, but I'd be for real though. Like, oh, you can go your whole life. You can feel that shit in your soul, your spirit. Like, I gotta say, I gotta do something for my people. You hit 90, 80, whatever. You pass on. You reach the Most High to make it whoever you believe in yourself. You're gonna be like, they're gonna ask you like, okay, you was brought on this planet, this realm to do some shit. Did you do out what you was supposed to do? Be like, oh nah, I just played it cool. I was, I didn't want to get involved or nothing. I was too scared. And it's like they're gonna zap your ass right back here. Doing that shit over again and again, like until you get it right, until you get your purpose done.
Yep.
That's what I be believing in, because it's like,
hey brother, I told y'all that. I said that in the chat in my voice message, bro. I said we all have a set set role to play within this universe. You gotta understand your role, bro. Motherfuckers be out here trying to play other people's roles. That ain't for you, bro. I'm not doing nothing that's not for me, bro. Everything I'm pushing is me.
How you come to that understanding?
How did I? By tapping in with myself, bro. It took a long time. Don't get it twisted. I'm 41 years old, bro. It took me 38 years for me to have that clear understanding. You know? Like, seriously, though.
And that's real, because they come at everybody takes. That way came out of that real. It don't come out of age. Like, you don't got an age when you really look at it. It's whenever you ready, your soul, your spirit ready for that shit. That's came at the right time, basically, you know?
Yeah.
I came from depression.
You got everybody that's already on that shit. That's 14, 15 talking like that. It's just like,
bro, I'll be so happy when I hear that. When I run across younger brothers that reach that higher level, man. Cause I feel like a lot of brothers my age, man, they already done. They already done. They the lost niggas. They the bots. They the cancer that I speak about.
That's what I mean. Everybody can't go at the end of the day. Everybody can't go.
Hey, you said you got yours from depression?
Yeah. Well, I always was spiritual. I grew up in the church and stuff, like most of us probably with our grannies and stuff like that. But my ex's father, like, I respect that man so much. He was already on this higher learning tap in, like, he put me on the right path, and then I had to leave this house. He like told me it's time, that's all I could do for you type stuff. And then I went in, carried on, and started doing my own little search. And then I started learning our powers and started learning who I am and started learning what we are and stuff like that. But it took depression and stuff for me to get on that path. Because before that, I was probably young. I'm only 27. I was, in my prime, doing my shit. But yeah, depression sat me down. Then I had to look. Then I started noticing, like, why the fuck is the world acting like this? Why is people acting like this? Like, and why I feel like I'm so alone, and why I feel like I'll help 20 motherfuckers, but nobody can help me. And I just started asking a lot of questions, and I started to get the answers. And my spiritual downloads and stuff, like, I already know who I am. I'm a helper. It's just in my blood. It's embedded. I'm a helper. That was my role. I don't know about everybody else, but my role was a helper. I do it like.
Hey bro, my main page, my name is Melanated God of Love. You hear me? G the Starflower, Melanated God of Love. I know my purpose, bro. I know my purpose.
When the pilgrims came, we helped them, bro. We're just helping people. We're loving people. So it's like, it's in our.
We just take it back to the Moors and the Black Plague and all of that. I done did my research, bro. Like I'm trying to tell y'all, we didn't talk them motherfuckers. Don't live with your animals. Do this and do that. We brought the technology over there to the Europeans, to the white, but they have to come enslave us more. We started all of that.
Hey, bro, didn't I ask you a question about that, bro? I think I asked you about that as far as the history of the Moors and all that. Like, I knew these things without knowing these things. That's crazy, bro. I promise you, I knew this shit without knowing it.
Everything we need to know is in it already. I mean,
because I for sure didn't have a name on it. I just knew it was us. Like, I ain't know the names. I ain't know Moors. I ain't know these titles. They gave us these titles and shit. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, we know everything we need to know, and God gonna give it to us at the right time or the most high, or however y'all refer to him. But yeah.
Word.
Hey, I got a question though. Y'all believe God is a man or a woman?
I don't believe men can birth kids, so God is energy though.
If I was looking at it, if I was to put it into it, woman for sure.
Yeah.
When it comes to that,
I mean, they do say Mother Earth and things like that, so it's like, come on, man.
Mama, yeah, I don't know why, but I just got this. But like, I feel like, and then I got this little spiritual download on women running shit. Like, before they didn't need men. Divine.
Hey, brother, I spoke about that. I got a topic on my show, bro.
And it was controlled by all women.
Oh, in California?
Oh, yeah. I just take a little bit further. Like, women really is being like.
Women really run the shit. Really.
But you feel me? But I feel like a white man somewhere looked at it like, nah, we gotta be the ones. We're the men. Like, I don't know. That's what I just wanted to know.
Yeah, you definitely on the right path with it, brother. You heard me. You definitely on the right path with it. I got topics on my show where I said the women are supposed to lead and we are supposed to follow. You know what I'm saying? We are the muscle. We are the strength. They are the one. They the brains. They the ones supposed to orchestrate these plans. We supposed to go out and conquer. But they found the way to control our women so much that it's hard for that to happen.
That's because the government assistant is their man.
Come on, bro.
Like,
come on, bro.
You know how, because like the fact that us as men, we don't provide our own food, water, and shelter and security on our own, that basically puts us in the same category as a female. Hey, bro, I'm telling you. That's real, bro. It's pretty sad, low key. Like, I ain't gonna lie, because like I said, when we go to a grocery store, that's another nigga's grocery store. I mean, when we pay rent, we're paying rent that a nigga built. I mean, we're living at someone's house that a nigga built. I mean, we're not playing our part as men, so it's gonna automatically have the women look at the government as the man, because they provide everything. And when you get in trouble, they call the police. A man,
they white faced it already. He called Uncle Sam. You know?
Yeah, bro. They
already white faced that. They been white faced that. Yeah. That patriotic leader with the top hat. The top hat.
Yeah. Hey, but as long as we know what's up now, you know what I mean? Like I said earlier, the fact that we're talking about it now, nigga, it's a wrap, because it's gonna spread. You know what I mean? It's gonna spread. Everybody's gonna eventually be like, yo, it is true. We don't have to listen to somebody that looks like you and I. We're only supposed to answer to the creator. And that's it. You know what I mean? Like,
what is it going to take, bro? They're going to have to actually see that. We're going to really have to do something, bro. We're going to have to do something to show that generation that that's what it is. Even if we don't succeed, we got to do it. That way they're going to pick up and be like, shit, they did it.
I personally feel like it's the last generation to do that shit, because the next generation, we already see it. They fucked up this shit. Not down them enough, but it's us.
Yeah, they definitely fucked up. So it's up to us to make that happen, bro.
We could blame us, because I've been getting at my peers and shit about all of this programming and shit that's going on. And then I asked some little simple questions like, you don't feel like your kid get dumber when you put them in school? I said, I done seen some smart ass fucking kids knowing how to cook, clean, do grown-up shit at 5, 6. And as soon as they go to school, they come home, get in trouble because they don't want to focus. They don't want to sit there. They don't want to, you feel me? then I be asking the parents like, y'all not understanding the programming that's going on. There's a motherfucking kid up in the classroom for 8 hours and then tell them they can't move, raise their hand when they want to speak and do this and do that. As soon as they get home and they think it's a safe place, they mom beating their ass because you're tired. You just went to work because of your programming and now you can't focus on your kid properly. I really don't like these schools. That shit is programming. But it is our fault. It's us next. We don't got enough time to really lead our next generation, right? Because we gotta go to work. We gotta go pay the bills. We gotta go do this. So we neglect them in the ways that matters. Now that dude that put me on the journey, his little granddaughters, that's the ones I'm really referring to. They like 4 or 5 cooking. Like cooking better than me. Like I mean, he got them right. Like and he do the sabah, he do the Sabbath, he do all of that. Like I see a straight and narrow path with people that really take the time and invest in their kids, and then the rest of the world that's into the world. The motherfuckers is into the world. So your kid, you think raising your kid right is putting your kid up in Jordans and shit and Nikes and you feel me? Because they fly and this and that and bullshit. It's us, so it's our problem. But if we don't wake up, it's the motherfuckers that ain't woke that's raising kids. This motherfucker's my age, younger than with 2 to 3 kids. Like wedlock, babies out of wedlock, all of that shit. Like, but it start with us because we don't know no better.
Right.
So
you're absolutely right, bro.
But if we ain't like doing them and navigating them right, then we can blame ourselves most definitely because that's us. Every chance I get to, I talk to my peers and shit. So,
I definitely got a clear understanding of that, bro, and that's why I moved the way I move now. I understand that. I understand that. You feel me? I'm a single dad of 3. I got 3 boys. You feel me? The same shit that I'm speaking to y'all, the same shit I speak to them. I'm not sugarcoating nothing, bro. You hear me? They're going to get that clear understanding of what it is and what it ain't. But at the same time, we can say as much as we want. We can install as much as we want. It's going to take them to live life in order to have those understandings, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it don't matter what we say. Like, they got to go through certain parts of life, certain levels of life in order to understand it. I'm learning life by living it. There's no books out here that can teach you about the life that you're living. That's my personal feeling. You feel me? So I don't go off of anything that come out of books because at the end of the day, to me, that's still the programming. Because who wrote that? Who wrote that? Who is to say that that's true? It's all about what makes sense to me.
I don't like their stories because they don't tell the truth. Like if we gonna get to Christopher Columbus, like we can really get further deeper into the fact that we was here, he ran into us, and like you know what I'm saying. That's why I don't do this.
Cause they do say it was already people here when they came, so I'm trying to figure out how did they like, bro.
They call them the natives, but that was us. They put that another title, natives, but it was us. Like they look just like us, and most of the native title look like Indians, right? Like they came from tribes and shit. Like, come on, that's us. But it's cool. I'll just be like, we out of school now, but it's like, fuck. Like, now that I know, it's like, damn, y'all some hoes. Some damn hoes. That little light-skinned face on the pharaohs and stuff, and all the textbooks and shit that I remember, like, that shit was bullshit. You know what? All type of history was bullshit.
Man, it's like I was saying earlier, they got the mounds, the pyramids up in Mississippi, Mississippian culture. Yeah, I heard about that shit. That's like
this pyramids all up that.
That's that river they call it, you know, like in Africa, the Nile River and all that stuff. Like you got that here, the Mississippian culture basically. And they have real life pyramids and full functioning. Like that was how'd I put it? Like, let's see, if Egypt was the hub city in that area, that's what this area was out here in the Americas. Like, that was the hub city. Like, everybody remember, like, oh, we gonna tap into over here in Mississippi, you know?
When Abraham was getting led to the land and stuff, you know, all of them milestone spots that he was standing on, like Mount Jericho or whatever, Nubius or whatever the names are. You know, you can Google map them and just click Utah, and they show up.
Say Utah?
Yeah, Utah. They're all on this side of the map. Everything, like, take that scripture right there at the end, right there, before he crossed into the land, and he told Moses, you can't go. Everywhere that Moses set foot on, just type in Utah, and it pops up on this side of the map. Ain't that a trick? That's Egypt was on this side of the map, bro. We was here on this side of the map. We was so what he was saying, like the East Coast, like up there towards New York and stuff. Ended right there, like by Louisiana and stuff, and that Louisiana Purchase and all that other bullshit that they told us. Take it all the way down to Florida, and where the Haitians and shit was at. Bro, that's us. Like what? They called, and then America was not America. I wanted to get on something that you said earlier. When they took the land from us and stuff, they did it out of war. And I think he was saying that too, like they took our strongest, biggest, and made examples out of them. And that's how they seized that power. But as far as the systematically, the first president was black. He's supposed to be on the back of the $2 bill. He's in that damn room when they signed all the paper. All of this shit started
everybody, all these presidents and shit.
All this shit fell out like early 1700s. The coats start happening like 30 years after, like 20 years after. All of the coats and shit. So they started, all of them organizations just started painting the picture a little different. Even the same thing with the white Jesus face and the European and Napoleon, like all of that shit. Y'all heard about all of that, right? Like they made it off of the Renaissance painter, the gay lover, and all of that stuff. Yeah. All of that stuff, all of your history, they just put a white face on it. Yeah, we was here, yeah, California, the shit, all of that shit. That shit's so deep. But
I think he was talking about the still of California. It used to be a dark melanated woman, and now it's
it was a woman island. It wasn't part of the state. Yeah. It was
Queen Khalifa, and all her warriors.
But they disguised it in movies. Hey, they disguised it in movies. Y'all know that, right? They put that little woman warrior king shit out. Y'all know
yeah.
With Bill Davis or something like that, whatever. Bro, they disguised it in movies. They put it on their face. Now niggas just tell what the fuck they are. That was that. That was about that. Women warriors, king, empires, all of that shit. Yeah, that shit, facts and shit.
Women now running shit.
Now it's them.
That's the truth.
There's a reason why there's more females on the planet than there is men.
Yeah,
women was really running shit.
I'm trying to tell you, they didn't need this. They didn't need us to regenerate all of that.
Hey, real shit, I feel like we were made in dirt, like how it says in the Bible. We were made we will make them in our image. That was the women, bro, saying that we were gonna make niggas, because as men, we already have titties. I mean, they're just, they're pegged. And then our dick and our balls is an inside out vagina. I mean, like, you look at a female's like, what is that shit called? A uterus? When you look at the uterus, the egg, that's your ball. And then if you follow the uterus down, that's your dick. You feel me? It's just all pushed up on the inside of the female. Us as niggas, we had that shit on the outside.
I just on that.
That's deep.
But I don't really take it as like we came from them. I just need people to see how similar we are. Like our avatars. We're similar, like how similar we are though. Like, but I don't know. It could be true.
Hey, the truth lies within, brothers. The truth lies within. You hear me? At the end of the day, it's all what makes sense to you. There's too much information out there for everybody to know everything. I know that for a fact.
That's what I'll be putting. I'll be trying to tell people, like, at the end of the day, it's like whatever route you going, however you believe in that shit, like as long as that's contributing to your people, like that liberation of what your people need to get through, you can believe in whatever, however you do it, as long as that shit connects. It's on the route of like we trying to uprise off this shit. Like, I don't care what you are, Christian, Muslim, I don't care. Like, is you really down? Like, obviously, yeah, we get it. It's that mindset of like, okay, there's some barriers that's gonna need to be broken, but it's still some people out there that's like down for their people before. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you be like, I'm melanated before everything else. Like how I ain't disclaimer, I don't gangbang, none of that shit. But I'm just saying, before anything else, how do I be like, I'm so and so first, but then I'm a businessman and this and this. You know, a lot of rappers try to get at or whatever. People try to, like, you know, that commitment to your people first. Like, that's what you are first and foremost before anything. But then after that, it's like whatever you want to venture off to. It's like how they say, like, going back and forth, bickering, what's right, what's wrong, da-da-da, why this whole shit burning down. When we trying to figure out, like, who's right and wrong, but it's like the real shit is like, if you look like this, I mean, I'm a little light skinned, you see me, but like, we got the same tone, the same people, we not fighting for that same cause to get the fuck up out of here or rise to do something better. It's like, you know, different than everybody else. Like, all in the same boat. And we all paying rent, we all gotta go to the same grocery store. We slaves.
We plantation slaves right now.
Oh, it's more slavery now than when it was when they claimed it was slavery. You heard me.
I told motherfuckers they just got smart.
Yeah, because it back then it was easy, you know. Yeah, because like they knew that you know, they knew they were slaves. Like all they had to do was just get up and fight.
It wasn't even really slavery, man. It was more like servants and shit, man. It wasn't really slavery, bro. We were slave owners. We were slave owners.
Look. These niggas ran majority of our people up off of their land, up off of our shit. I mean, like, there's a video I just posted. They were showing about how a lot of people in America, our people, was ran up off of their shit. Like, families was ran up out of their shit. Like, for example, Black Wall Street niggas was ran up out their shit. Some, what's it called? The Tooth Fund massacre. I don't even know if I'm Black Wall Street, right? There's so many massacres and so many like events where they ran our people out of our shit.
Yeah,
like
national park I was talking about.
The what?
National parks. They all national parks.
Yeah, like bro.
Yeah. Somebody tell me that shit. It was goddess, bro. That I was telling my brother like a while back. I was somewhere and like she had this like a doggone like emblem on, and I just seen it, peeped, and I just started like chopping it up, like, oh, what is that? She was, you know, breaking shit down, like, oh, it's this so connected to the sun, da da da. But long story short, she was saying something about that, like how all that national parks and stuff was like our land that was tied to us, and it's like some with their laws and shit, like it's like reserved, but it's like reserved until the people get back to it and recognize that's their land. It's like they like legally and like rightfully they can't do shit with that land, but reserved it because it was taken away from a certain group of people until they come back to claim it. But it's like, you know, people don't know about it. It's just gonna stay reserved. What you saying right there? I ain't really break it down too much, but you were saying it, so I don't know if you know any more on that. But I remember somebody saying
that definitely makes sense.
When I said they outsmarted us, when they had the power and stuff, and they took us out of our communities. They promised us like money and like
4 acres in the middle.
Maybe the term, that's probably where it came from. But like,
when realistically, we ain't gotta.
The law came from. They kicked us out our shit because they said they needed it to set up a base or do this or do that, put a plant here or get like, you know what I'm saying, oils. But they just were smarter than us. We just didn't know no better. We got our little bread and left. And then fucked ourselves up out of the community. They just. That's where that 40 acres of middle come from, that term and shit. But they also,
this is the crazy part though.
We didn't know nothing like that.
Us being natives to this land, but we already have a birthright to the land. Like we don't even have to tell nobody we gonna get it. We just gotta go out there and get it. I mean, because rightfully it's already ours. I mean, like just how somebody in China, they can go out anywhere in their land and just purchase some land or be the actually the landlord. Bro, since we're native, we're the actual natives to this land. We are the landlord. And we ain't gotta tell nobody.
or pay for shit. Feel me? Like nobody know their history, so we don't even know where we like. You feel me?
Figuring it out now.
Bring your parents. Like we don't know our family trees. We don't know shit, but they know what's up right now.
You gotta tap in with. You gotta see what you like. Somebody was telling me that it's like you gotta really tap in, talk to your folks. A lot of your folks might not even know, but you gotta see what they like. I forgot. God was telling me though, it's like certain colors that attract you, like certain things. Like you look at certain rocks, like certain crystals, like certain things that attract you. Somehow she found she was from some tribe, just from like the type of colorways that she liked. Like she picked out these colors and like she was able to tap in with her folks and found her tribe that and shit. And it's like it's gonna be hard because you know it ain't nothing documented too much. You're not gonna find it on no piece of paper. It's like you gotta really tap in, talk to people. Like certain land that you go to, certain land that you go like statewide. You go down to Georgia, whatever. You go down to Louisiana, some or it could be Midwest. Like if you feel something there, like you like that's from at home. Like it's like this. That's probably where your people really from. Like not we all from here, but it's like where your clique is from. Like if I'm. I figure on the East Coast, down South Louisiana type.
Yeah, that makes sense, bro. That definitely makes sense. Cause when I went down to Carolinas, bro, I felt like that's where I belong. But then when I really started tapping in with my family, my ancestors and stuff, that's where they migrated from. You know, North Carolina, South Carolina. But before I even knew any of that, when I went down there, I felt like that's where I belong.
You felt that energy, yeah. Like
hey, what part of the Carolinas?
What, my people's?
South, like north and south.
It was north and south.
Damn, it's funny because I got a family reunion in South Carolina. Oh, we probably family same time.
Never know, bro. Never know. You heard me.
Alright, that's how sad it is. I don't know. That's crazy. Yeah. I know some of real shit though. That's about it. Family is frequency, nigga, because I don't know, I'm pretty sure y'all learned, but your own blood will turn on you. So
man, come on,
that's
man.
why you so quick to.
Come on, now.
That's why you so quick to be cool with a friend because y'all on the same frequency. You know what I mean? Y'all on the same time. You know what I mean? So like literally, family is frequency. So if we're on the same frequency, we're basically family. You know what I mean?
They just relatives, man. They just relatives, you know.
What's the topic of the thing you pinned on? You know, I'm coming on here late.
Well, that was my topic for the show. You feel me? We were speaking for the streets is dead. You know, internet takeover. Most people doing that gangster shit on the internet, bro. Let's be real here. You know. But for the most part, those who presenting that shit on the internet, not even in the streets. So let's make that make sense. That's why a lot of these young niggas getting killed out here, right? Because they'll get on the internet and present themselves for these stone cold gangsters. Then when they so happen to finally go outside and run into a real gangster, you know, a nigga gonna test that.
And that's because there ain't no father in the house. You know, when there's a father in the house, you ain't gonna test your dad. If your dad is a real nigga, you ain't gonna test your dad because I'm gonna tell you right now, when I was a kid, nigga, me standing up against my dad, I knew that I would never win that battle. So I always feared my dad because I know damn well my mom, she can't beat my ass. I always test my mom. So it's like that in every household. If the dad isn't in the household, you're gonna test your mom and you ain't gonna listen and run the streets. So the dad ain't in the house, nigga. It's gonna be bad for.
You mean like that like positive father figure or something like that? Like
like role model. If your dad really ain't on your ass, like far as like nigga, you gonna be a good individual type shit. If he's on you, like with the discipline and just basically raising a real man, he ain't on that shit, then man, it's gonna be kind of rough.
But you think about like the people that ain't had that, but they still on that right mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't need.
I feel
they had that common sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking a question. Like, what you like?
That's
that's just.
I'm with you on that, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
like,
sure we didn't have our father in the house or have him around as much, and we still made it.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Like, it's just the reason why we made it is because we got a strong mindset, and on top of that, we mainly listen to ourselves more than anybody else. Because I can tell you, so many times I didn't listen to myself, and then the bad shit happened. I'd be like, wow, my fucking gut told me not to do that or to leave, and I didn't do it. So it's like, that's how we got out of this shit, I would say. I mainly learned from like niggas' mistakes. I'll see a nigga do some dumb shit, and I just won't go down that path.
Learning from your mistakes.
Shit, man, especially in Cali. I don't know how it is everywhere else, but I've seen shit where it's like you just sit there and just be like, well, like you looking like you see your homies and stuff, like how y'all grow up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all grow up at the same level, y'all cool, and then the older y'all get, everybody start branching off and going to different routes and trying to be this, trying to be this, trying to act like somebody else. The next thing you know, by the time you 15, 16, here ain't a boy that you used to kick who got killed down the street. She was doing this, and it's just like, well, like, but you still got that same mindset of like, we knew not to step in some shit that we not gonna be about. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's real stuff out there, but it's like, not saying like, we gotta be gangster to be real, but just being a real man is just.
You got to be a man before anything. You got to be a man before anything, even when it comes to the gang shit. Me and bro was just talking about that. You feel me? Like, it took me multiple times of going in and out of prison for me to get that clear understanding that this prison shit is not for me. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's different strokes for different folks, bro. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, but shit, because I had people around, like, I ain't gonna lie, they'll say shit like that, have got families that bang and stuff and all that, but when I'm growing up, they like, hey, don't do that shit, you know what I'm saying? Don't go into it, you see what it brought us. But at the same time,
I just said that.
Of it, they're gonna be like, if you do somehow find your ass up in that shit, I'm gonna whoop your ass first and foremost, but then I'm gonna tell you how to go about it the right way so you don't get no crash dummy and
Hey, bro, didn't I just say that about the real OGs? I said real OGs guide the younger generation to the right direction, not to follow the same footsteps that they had. Like, come on now. Like, bro, I'm an ex-Crip member. You hear me? Like, I didn't have none of my young homies out here. I didn't give near one of them guns to go out here and kill nobody. I didn't give them drugs to go out there and sell in the streets. None of that, bro. Get a job, a career, take up a trade, go to school. That's what I was pushing as a big homie. All right, peace, God.
Yeah, cause that's real. It's like, how they say, like, at the end of the day, if you do it, but it's like, and then standing on, as a man, you got to stand on what you stand on at that point, because, once you join that life, then you can't be like, oh, I'm done when some real shit happen. Like, you in it now, so it's like, you got to really just learn how to, like how I basically said, you don't turn into no crash dummy at the end of the day. Like, don't just be going out doing dumb stuff. Like, elevate yourself, find something to do within your community to make them better, like, it's a lot of, like I said, different strokes, different folks. It's
yeah,
what it is,
that's a fact, bro. Then you say you from Cali, right?
Yeah.
So you got a better understanding of when it comes to the gang culture, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like I talk about it, especially when you in Cali, you talk like it, everybody gonna be like, oh, where bro from? It's like, I don't do all that, but I know of it. Like, that's what you grew up around, you gonna know it. You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter whether you are a part of the gangs or not, bro. You're from Cali. That's where this gang culture was created at. So I'm pretty sure you know more about that shit than the gang members that's not from there. Like the gang members that's on the East Coast, the gang members that's down south, you know more about the gang culture than them. But they the gang members and you're not. Speak on your shit, bro. Use your voice when it comes to that.
That's real, man. That's real. Cause shit, me and bro down there grew up around shit like that. All throughout Southern California. That's what it is. But it's like we grew up around it, but it's it's not you. Like you're not the product of your environment. Like you could talk how they talk without throwing in those C's or B's and none of that. You could talk just like them, dress just how they'll dress. Like
at that point, you basically
hey, bro.
We born into that shit.
Right. Listen, I'm glad you said that, right? Because I spoke on that on my show, right? I said, bro, over there, I said they didn't have no choice. Like if you live in a blood neighborhood, whether you were blood or not, when you go outside of your neighborhood and you tell another nigga where you from, you're still gonna get the same treatment, whether you was repping it or not. So it's like that shit was really forced upon y'all. You were a part of that, whether you wasn't a part of that. Like, if that make any sense. I'm from the East Coast. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, bro, and I pushes that.
That shit very true.
I grew up in that shit. But I wasn't out here, trying to bang it like everybody else. I realized it was just something wasn't right about it. Like niggas over here fighting each other. They, like I said earlier, they should be fighting. Stop. Never meant. Like
that's what I mean.
It was off.
I mean, why were the gangs created though? They think that we were the first gangs. We wasn't the first gangs, bro. Our gangs were created to go against them. They were
counter reactive, basically. On some shit like, okay, they gonna try to come in and torture our neighborhood. Let's get up together and fight back against that. That's what the Panthers was. You know how the Panthers went. Police and the police is around with full-on shotguns, watching the cops handle their business. Like, okay, we're gonna make sure you're gonna get this man a ticket, and that's it. He's gonna go on his way. You're not gonna pull him on no car.
Ain't gonna be beating on him no more.
And that's how they turned into Cali being like full-on. You can't carry no blowers. You can't do none of that legally anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like that the Panthers was the cause of that. Like. Not saying there was a reason why, like, this they fought, but they seen that they caught on quick, and they're like, if they're out here rolling around with they everything, but for the right reason, they're like, we in trouble, we gotta switch the ball quick. It's just,
Man, that's crazy, cause they wasn't even trying to take them to jail. They was like trying to assassinate their ass, bro. They killed them. Fuck catching them in the midst of whatever crimes they thought that they were committing. It wasn't even that. They was trying to kill niggas. Oh, what's that movie? The Black Messiah, I believe.
Judas and the Black Messiah. Yeah.
Come on now, that's a prime example, bro.
Yeah, that's why I'm pushing down the bro right there, man. I'm telling a lot of people, they get this concept like, Jesus Christ. He ain't real, he ain't this, he ain't that. I don't know. You believe it's just like Bob be trying to tell people it ain't even, if there was a man walking the streets talking about, I'm blessing you, it's that mindset, like that Christ consciousness. Like it's that somebody coming into the world telling y'all it's fucked up and it's not the way you're supposed to be living. It's what you doing, it's what I'm doing, walking around just telling people, this ain't the way you're supposed to be living. And that's already your Christ consciousness right there, talking like you're supposed to be living in nature, living in harmony with this and this. And if you really, truly tap into yourself, you can touch people and you could really do this shit, but your mind's so locked up to the point where we're not even on that level of like what we can be on for real. But it's like, that's what I personally feel like with Fred Hampton, like the Black Messiah and stuff like. That's that COINTELPRO, like the stop the rise of another Black Messiah. And it's like another one. What you mean? Like, so those are already Messiahs in the past. Like, and, it's always multiple Messiahs. It's just that I just say it's that mindset. It's not a person. Like, it ain't like one person that was it. It's like you could call Malcolm X a Messiah. You know what I'm saying? You could call who's the one that influenced Malcolm X in the Black Panthers? Forgot.
Malaysia or something?
Nah. He got a book called like Guns or Negroes with Guns or something. Some old cat back in the day, like he gonna influence the Black Panthers to get on that, like we raised the arms against police officers. He was down in like segregated South. I forgot, but never started there telling you to get up on your shit. Like it's That's all it is. Just
So it was a group of people before the Black Panthers that was moving like that.
Yeah, I need to find out. Look, bro,
Yeah, I would definitely want to tap into that. I'm not gonna hold you.
I got my right here. I'll tell you, I'll give you the author. It's a biography by him. Like it's his book, like what he went through. Robert F. Williams. This man right here. This man right here, he ain't go out in no gun blazing glory, none of that. He was just on some, like, want to turn it back around somewhere.
Hold on, y'all.
What's up, bud? The dude wrote?
Yeah. Basically, everybody, like, this back in something like that. 62, this before the Black Panthers came around. This is the inspiration, basically. Where, long story short, he formed like the Black community back in them times against
they email me.
And shit like that. It's that style, like that segregated stuff where like they used to have clan members running people's yards. I don't know too much about that. I just behind me on my break, showing how to niggas off, like run niggas off like 200 acres.
I smell food.
Like, bro, I'm more talking about family. People that look like you and I. Yeah, bring up off our shit. Hey man, and peep this though. You was talking about North Carolina and stuff. He was this where he had all this shit cracking. That was Monroe, North Carolina, back in the 60s. I don't know if you know that city or anything. Yeah, it was out of Monroe, North Carolina, where he had all this going on. And, straight up defending himself. All his people, like, either it was people in the court, somebody got thrown into jail, then they got word later on that they gonna run up in the jail cell and take him and hang him. They're like, nah, we're not gonna go for that. And they would come up to the jail, like area to be posted, just chilling, like anybody come up trying to take my brother out for a year. That's how they handled it every time. And it got deep with bro, But that's more what it is. I mean, like societal, like that's that mindset of what people have and what they try to eliminate in this world, basically.
That crisis time.
Basically, that's all it is, and it's saying everybody
not here.
Really tapped in.
That's basically the second coming of Christ. Your consciousness coming into. Awareness.
That makes sense. Yep.
You told me anyway. You see, I'm doing my show, bro. You asked me all these crazy questions.
It's gonna be a separation between the people.
But no, I didn't throw away anything.
Don't want to be lazy and not do anything. It's gonna be good. Woke people wanting to do shit for themselves, wanting to govern themselves, not being told what to do by another person. Like, it's funny how you will claim Christian and be like, yeah, I follow the laws of God, but I gotta follow them.
Man, that religion is the part of the separation, man.
Yeah,
religion.
You forget that God created the world.
And we won't even take notes to the people that cause of Christianity. Like every other so-called race, they use their religion to benefit themselves. And the so-called black people, they always, no matter if you're a Muslim.
I like how he presented that.
Every time you get into that religion, you always go into the servant role of that religion. Like you never on top of that shit. Like Christians back then, them ones, they all had that manifest destiny to go across the West, spread their shit and conquer, all in the name of their Lord. While they throw us the book and be like, oh, forgive turn the other cheek and do this and this. But they're not. This coming from they saying Bible supposed to be, so why they ain't going by that? You know what I'm saying? Because they on some other shit. They know what they made to create to conquer shit or manipulate people. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really do believe Jesus is disguising himself as Satan. Why is that? Because Satan, they call him Lucifer. And I believe Lucifer is, that name is like
Take that fish out if y'all want to eat.
And
that big piece of salmon. Put it in, don't take it out to package it, but put it in the sink and let the water run over top of it. Not hot water, but like warm water. Then again, it could be hot water right now.
After him falling from heaven, for him to, you know,
I told you I had to send something.
be praised as God.
Hey, bro, I'm about to end this live because my kids just came home. So I'm going to end this live, but if y'all want to go back live on my regular page, we can tap in. I told y'all I'm a single dad of 3. That's my oldest right there. My oldest right there. But yeah, hey, follow me, bro, or if that's your people's, have them follow my main page. You can follow this page too, but I want you to follow my main page, bro. We can definitely tap back in.
Y'all stay up, stay safe, stay dangerous, all of that. All right.
Peace to the gods, man. You know the vibe. Hey, this is what to talk about radio. OG talk. Topic for tonight was the streets is dead. Internet is the new wave, man. You feel me? That's just what it is, you know. For those you young brothers out there who's pursuing to be in a part of any gang, I want to let you know you are bigger than the gang. You know, you earn your respect off of who you are as an individual. If you are an individual, that means just you, right? What respect do you have from you being you versus you being a part of some gang? I was a gangster before I became a gang member. That's why I was able to control the gang. You hear me? That's the difference. It took for a bunch of individuals to try to, you know, whatever, but they can't talk about it. They can't talk about it. For those who can't talk anymore, but then for those who can, where they at? I say that to say this, man. Be who you are. Do not present yourself as something that you're not on social media to try to impress females. Wait, it's deeper than that. A lot of y'all be trying to impress other niggas. You know, when you trying to impress another nigga, that makes you a little fruity. That makes you a little fruitcake if you trying to show off for another man. Now I'll give you some credit if you're showing off for a female, because a lot of us have done that. I never have personally, but you know, I get it. Then if it's on that type of time, but if you're trying to show off and impress another man, that makes you gangster. You can't be gay and gangster. What G is you representing? Is you representing gay or gangster? What G is you representing? All right, man, listen. My topic for tonight was the streets is dead, which they are. There's no more such thing as being a street nigga because there is no more streets. Niggas be ratting, niggas is gay, niggas wearing tight jeans, niggas talking to females about niggas talking to, like, listen, it's weird. You niggas is weird. It is nowhere near what it was when I was coming up in the streets. We didn't have the internet. If I had beef with somebody, I'm going to your house and I'm shooting that bitch up, or I'm knocking on your door, you gotta come outside, we gotta fight. So, you know, that's the type of time that we were on in my generation of gangsterism. This generation of gangsterism, all you got to do is get on the internet, put on a cool shiesty mask, put a book bag on that's empty. Like the outside world looking in, they're gonna think you got guns in there, but you don't have nothing. You ain't even got a pump, you dumb bitch. But anyway, it's a difference from being an internet gangster and being a gangster in the streets. The streets are dead. Don't promote yourself as a street nigga if you're not even in the streets. When you're on the internet promoting yourself as a street nigga, a gangster, you in the house. My son, can you be a street nigga in the house? All right, so when you see people on the internet, right? Most of the time when you see people on the internet, you're a part of this generation, but you're not. But when you see people on the internet that's promoting themselves as these gangsters and they got guns, where they at? No, be real with you, little gang. Are they in the streets? Or they not even to say in the crib, but are they in the streets when they're promoting it? Okay. So it's what you would say, 50-50, 60-40? Don't say 50-50, because I know it ain't 50-50. It got to be about 70-30, you know. Less than that? 80-20? 60-40. 40% in the streets and the other 60 in the home. Okay. I can go with that. I'll go with that. My son say 60-40. 40% is in the street, 60% is in the house. I can work with that. I can work with that because, you know, like I said, I'm on social media. You know, I'm on all major platforms. There's not a soul within this world that cannot tell you who I am, what I'm representing, and what I'm pushing. Because I present myself on all major platforms. Everybody knows about what to talk about radio. Everybody knows about nothing to prove clothing. Everybody knows about Chef Jeezy. Why? Because I push me. I'm not pushing P. I don't even know what P is. What y'all pushing? Pounds? Pussy? Pussy niggas? Like, what's pushing P? No, what is the real definition of pushing P, my son?
That's why we can't speak on that. We keep it cute, brother.
Huh?
We gotta keep that cute, brother.
Let's keep the P. What is keeping that P?
Keep it personal, keep it private.
Keep it personal, keep it private. So what is pushing the what is pushing P though? When people say pushing P, what is that?
I never really heard the definition of it, but I just know it. I don't know, I guess it's like something for females, like for the females, something. I don't know. But I don't keep it to you. I keep it private.
I mean that makes sense, but pushing P doesn't. Anyway, this is what to talk about radio. My topic for tonight was the streets is dead. Internet takeover. For the most part, a lot of you niggas are gangsters on the internet. You are not gangsters in the street. So cut that bullshit out. You hear me? Because it's going to come a time where you run across an actual gangster and they're going to test your gangster. What are you going to do then? I told y'all earlier in the show, there's going to be one or two options when that happens. Either you're going to have one on you and you're going to have to become that killer that you claim you are, or you're going to be a bitch ass nigga that got your gun took and got shot. One or two ways.
Don't become another Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh man, I'm glad he mentioned that because I used Tekashi as an example of this internet shit. You feel me? And y'all see my son who wasn't even here when I spoke on this just said the same thing. That let y'all know where he's at, where his mindset is at, and where y'all's is at. Like I said, I install this shit into my kids. Point blank period. But this is what to talk about radio OG talk. Topic for tonight was the streets is dead, internet takeover. So I said what I said. I presented what I presented. Y'all got the shit from all levels of life. Multiple individuals came up here and they spoke on their behalf when it comes to this. So, you know, I'm just here to push me. I ain't pushing P, man. What to talk about radio? We are the movement that's moving. If you're not with the movement, bitch, keep it moving. Big MRM Mafia. Men respect men. WRW. Women respect men. Women respect women. My apologies. That's my movement. I am the founder of that shit. And we out. Big MRM Mafia, man. Men respect men. WRW, Women Respect Women. You hear me? That's my movement. I am G the Starflower, Melanated God of Love, here to break chains and break cycles. You hear me? Make sure y'all tap back in on Wednesday, making it make sense. My topic is focus on the focus. Love is love.